Sorry to drag you to Wollongong.
I'm still stuck here.
There's not that much to see here.
Cheers.
Sorry, it's not exactly Bondi icebergs.
We're going to have to find something to do. And here's that bridge in every bloody car ad. I mean, like, you know, it's just a bridge.
The beaches in Mykonos look amazing. I mean, this place has gone to the dogs. Shouldn't have come in a tall glass. Why would you bother?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Welcome back to Figtree Sports. We're here with you on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. It is the 4th of July of August. Oh, my apologies. And we have beautiful sunshine. We have the players completing the second of their trial ends, and we're about to bring you a round 2 match here at the Bowls New South Wales BCiB Women's Pennant Finals for 2025-26 between East Maitland and Port City. East Maitland had the bye this morning. Port City were valiant in defeat against a star-studded Cabramatta side, and that Cabramatta side is going to include potentially a couple of familiar voices for you on our stream before too long. The match we're going to be bringing you today is Kaye Arnott, Lynne Thompson, Ingrid Griffiths and Leisa Morgan for East Maitland, and their opponents will be Julie McKay, Jodie Brady, Lynne Zahra and Jodie Fruend from Port City. Nick Hind is my name. It's fantastic to have your company wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. We are here with you, and we're watching Jodie Fruend deliver the last bowl of the trial end, or trial end number 2, and it's going to be Port City and Julie McKay to get us underway here in this afternoon's second round of women's pennant action. Players are out enjoying the bright sunshine. They've done away with a lot of the heavier jackets, vests, the hoods that we saw this morning. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon, up to 17 degrees now and up to about 17 seconds. I timed the green at before. This jack roll might be going a bit quicker than that too. Yes, goodbye. So they're after a good start here, Port City, on the live stream. I said I'd be nice to them, but that's unfortunate on the very first end. So Kaye Arnott instead is going to deliver this jack, and then we'll get into the action a little bit more seriously. So an early misstep from Port City, but it's okay. As we say, these greens are increasing in pace. We saw yesterday afternoon as we were setting up here, there was plenty of pace, plenty of finish. That jack roll is going to go very close to the ditch as well. It's just finished short. So getting underway here, and it's going to be Julie McKay for Port City, and a big welcome to somebody who might be a little bit familiar with these opponents, the Port City girls. Welcome for the very first time to my great co-commentator, or for a little bit at any rate, Rebecca Lord. Beck, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all going?
It's great to have your company here. You can probably tell us a little bit about Port City. A valiant effort against you guys this morning.
Yeah, no, definitely. So this morning we did get the fortunate win over the big ball. However, Jodie Fruend's rink, which we are seeing right now, overtook our rink as well by, I think it was 18-11. So it was a good game. It was a great game.
So, a good win then for your other rink, though, to get a 10-shot victory if,
Yeah.
if you drop 7 on your rink. So,
Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks to that for little Carmen, little Possum. She was definitely up and about for sure.
So it's great to have your company here, Beck, and seeing all the action here. Plenty of very well credentialed bowls that you've played a lot with and against, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think, especially with these kind of tricky kind of conditions that we noticed in the first game, was that wind's picking up quite fierce now. So it's just basically just finding your line, and then your weight just comes naturally. So they look like they've done quite a good job here, our leads. They've kind of find where they're going, and yeah, which is great.
Well, green speed, I'll put the clock on. I think it's closer to 17 seconds than probably the 13 it was when we got underway this morning.
Yeah, no, definitely with that role that they do in between, obviously with the greenkeepers. But yeah.
So yes, Sean Bellotti's been out there with his team and has the greens. There's almost a sheen coming off.
Yeah.
this green here. We're going to see for the first time. This is Jodie Brady for Port City. It was an interesting one we noticed this morning, Beck, I think, as the pace of the green increased and that breeze got up and down.
Yeah.
Maintaining consistency was really, really challenging for a lot of the players.
Oh, absolutely. It was very, very challenging. As soon as that wind picked up, it was kind of like your tight hand was now not your tight hand. And it was just, it can be a bit of a mind trick. So it was really good that our ladies and our oppositions, they really cracked on early and were able to adjust very quickly, which was great.
Yeah, so the results of that game, and I'll bring you the results of the results from all the sections here in Division 1. But yes, your rink 11 shots to 18 down to Jodie Fruend, but as you say, Carmen Anderson 29-13 over Kylie Hardy. That's no mean effort. And of course, there is somebody with a little bit of experience to come back into your side potentially, or is she going to get a start?
Yeah, well, we hope so. Hopefully, no delays in flights, which will be quite handy. Yes, so the one and only, obviously, Cara Murphy. So hopefully she comes in for a game for tomorrow morning, straight off the flights from Glasgow after coaching the para-athletes at the Commonwealth Games, which is amazing. And I'm sure that she'll be on a thrill after all those wins that we had and all those gold medals. But yeah, so we'll be back into it, hopefully.
We see Super Bowl there from Lynne Thompson.
So these ladies here, East Maitland, they've obviously had a bye this morning. So they're fresh. They're fresh off the scenes. They're fresh on the green, and they're eager. So it'll be a good match, this one, actually.
They did ask me if they were required for the 8:30 Ravelli this morning, and I said, no, you're entitled to a sleep in.
Have a sleep in, yep.
No need to come join us just yet.
Absolutely. And the weather is beautiful at Figtree. It's beautiful, especially from last year.
Well, yes, you were one of the many competitors who got drowned here last year, I believe.
Yeah, got PTSD, to be honest, when I rocked up into the car park. Yeah, I remember us girls literally drenched head to toe. It looks like we just came out the showers. It was that wet. It was ridiculous. But I'm glad that it's sunny this week, and fingers crossed we don't have any rain.
Well, the forecast is pretty good around the state, so we trust... we trust you're enjoying yourself wherever you're watching, around Australia, around the world, or here with us at Figtree Sports.
Oh, good shot coming in here. That's a brilliant shot there.
Right, Zahra, yeah. First
Great
end.
shot. It's from Lynette. Beautiful.
First end, you do yourself a lot of confidence starting like that.
Let's just replay here. Great bowl.
And now... very experienced Ingrid Griffiths.
Yeah, she's just looking to obviously have a little bit of a draw, get inside Lynette's bowl. Just not a bad track, just clipping.
Got a favourable result there. A little thump off the front.
Yep.
Slowed things down.
I think it's still one to Port City. From camera views, I'm not too sure down there. like I said in my first game, I didn't have my glasses on, so I thought we were one down, but we're actually one up. So
Well, that's you'll take that every time, won't you?
100%. You'd rather be down than up, or thinking that you're down. So yeah, I think note for me for tomorrow is bring my glasses. I think. Yeah. So Jodie here, just looking to draw another shot. Get the inside bowl on the line.
So, Jodie Fruend, the very familiar competitor. We've seen a lot of her in recent times.
Yep.
In a lot of these big events, state championships, and the Tequila Sunrise colour bowl. She tells me. I was asking what she wanted those to be called.
Oh, very, very nice.
Peach, orange, no, Tequila Sunrise. So we had a good little chat before the game. And now, well, equally experienced Leisa Morgan. These two have been...
Yeah, it's a good matchup, actually, between these two skippers. Oh, great effort here, just passing through.
Both skips have featured in some state representative sides in recent times, as have you, after a successful
yeah, thank
return.
you. Yeah, no, absolutely. So, yeah, playing a little bit of bowls everywhere, so loving it. But, yeah, we're definitely seeing these two out and about. Yeah, Jodie was originally from Victoria. She was in the Victoria state team, and she's come across to the Mighty Blues in New South Wales. So, very grateful to have her on board.
Well, I think she's probably got a pretty good lifestyle. Port Macquarie, what a place to live.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? It's just, you can't complain.
So, final bowl of this first end, we're going to see, looks to be a high draw line here.
Yep, I think it's just about to run through. Yep.
Needed a bounce off the front there, so here we see both skips, just as I've looked over my left shoulder, they've sort of looked a bit baffled as to how they need to stop their bowls down there.
Yep.
And one has come out already. And an argument for a second here for Port City. So I'll be pleased with that. Off to a bright start.
Absolutely. It's great to see so many clubs here this weekend, or this week, sorry. I always think it's the weekend with me when it comes to bowls.
It feels like a weekend.
It feels like a weekend, isn't it? Just taking time off work. It's a bit of a holiday.
Never-ending weekend, your life.
Yeah.
Rebecca Lord.
Yep. Always. But yes,
and
no.
One only. So, 1 to Jodie Fruend.
Amazing, yep.
And Port City, so they will lead 1-0 after the first end. Next door, we haven't seen an outcome of that yet, so we'll keep that up to date for you as we go through. Now, I did threaten to let everybody know about the results across all the different sections here at Division 1. So the ladder here, there's some very good sides in play, as you say, from all around the place. So South Tamworth and Marylands were the two winners in round number 1, section 1. They are playing against each other, probably for the section, you believe there.
Yeah, wow.
Some really well-credentialed players. South Tamworth have had a lot of good results, particularly in the women's game of late.
Yep.
So great to see them up and about. Warilla and Tarrant Point were your two first-round winners in section 2. So they will be playing against one another. Again, that looks to be a potential clash of the Titans there, and a couple of local rivals. Tarrant Point's only just up the road.
Yep. Oh, absolutely, and that's going to be a great matchup, actually. Yeah.
So section 3, Cabramatta were your first-round winners. We're seeing East Maitland and Port City here, and in section number 4, Curry had a convincing enough win, I suppose you'd say, over Foster. They were in front by quite a lot early. Yep. And then Foster fought back. So Ettalong are now coming off the bench. They've had their bye.
Okay, yep.
And they're in action against Foster this afternoon. I saw the diminutive Claire Kelly scoffing her face at lunchtime. I think she must have had about half a piece of chicken. There's not much of her. But it's been great to have everybody here, and of course Division 2, we've got half of that going on as well, so brilliant to see all the Illawarra clubs supporting us with this fantastic event.
Oh, absolutely. It's incredible, facility that they've got here at Figtree. You've got your 4 green, your 3 full greens, and then you've got this little one here that we have.
Oh, the show green.
Oh, it's beautiful. And then obviously inside and the catering and stuff, it's quite a lovely club and can't go wrong. Hey, you're near the beach, near the water. And yeah, sunny weather, which is a bonus too.
Well, the beach nearly got a run. I came up on Sunday afternoon, and after getting out of the car, I have come from Jindabyne, but I was quite enthusiastic about getting into the ocean. Just a little breeze Sunday afternoon, just kept me away from it, but it did look very, very inviting.
Yes, no, definitely.
After what has been a lacklustre winter so far.
Oh, 100%.
So we're going to see here.
Just a little bit of improvement past her own. Track is really good though. She's got a line. It's just getting the weight. So I think for her next end, she'll focus on that. Even if it's passing through, it's always a good handy shot.
Well, this was what we noticed, particularly on this green, was that playing into the wind, the teams really were struggling to just gauge it consistently in this direction. This morning's game, and speaking with some of the players before, they said you feel like you're adding a metre and you just sort of it pushes through it. And you're adding 2 or 3. It's so important if you can nail it with your first bowl. Those adjustments are very minute rather than the major adjustments that you sometimes need.
Yep, definitely.
So this looks to be a good track, but again,
just pulling up, isn't it?
And particularly with the other playing in the other direction, being so openly wind affected at the other end, it's a significant change when the players turn around and come back this way. But
absolutely,
quality players, they will adapt.
They will adapt, and I think the first team to really understand it quickly, first ones, they'll have like a good lead. So but they're all finding their weights. I can see it from the other rink as well, from the Port City and East Maitland.
It's
again,
consistent how it's happening,
consistent,
isn't it?
Yeah, so you kind of understand now. So you're like, I've got to just put a metre through. Try and get back is the best.
This is one of those things that we speak about often. You can learn a lot just by watching what's going on around you. And if everyone's making the same mistake, then you probably need to learn from that as well as a player.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me personally, if I struggle with my weight or if I'm a little bit short and I know it's not going great, I do a little bit of a bigger step from the mat. Just gives you that little groove, and staying down low. Go, go, go is what I got taught by Sharon Renshaw, is stay down low and go, basically. It's nice and smooth delivery. So
somebody who's
she's
done it all, Sharon Renshaw.
She's done it all, so tops to her. She's done amazing. Now she's in Victoria, so she's coaching the Victorian women's state team.
Lost her to the Victorians, but
yep.
we were lucky to have her for a few years. She was
absolutely.
She was doing some big travel though. When she was living at Narooma and playing at where was she playing in Sydney? St John's Park.
She's playing at St John's Park. Yep, always at Saints. So she's a brilliant person, inside and out, bowler, on and off the green.
Well, we've just seen the thirds there have been looking to potentially, they've picked up on that everyone's been a little bit short, but this is what we were saying. You go to add a metre here, and the players are finding that it just keeps sailing on.
This one looks a bit better here, which is, great shot there. Yeah. That's amazing. Well done, Lynette.
You've been tapped on the shoulder here, just pulling back the curtain for everybody a little bit. We've got some more special guest visitors here.
Amazing. Beautiful. Well,
Ariane Winters come in. Jessie Cattell's here. We might have the afternoon off and we'll just let Cabramatta drive the show. That sounds good. we have another headset. It is available.
Thank you. Amazing.
So, as we welcome in for the first time, Jessie Cattell.
Hi, how are we?
Well, we're so privileged to have, first of all, some clear sunshine. Second of all, some great bowls being played. And third of all, some fantastic company here.
Well, that's nice.
So, well, it's nice. It's nice to have you all here. And we trust wherever you're watching, you're enjoying the company. Peter Hearn's watching from Harrington. Go Port City ladies. Well, they've done the right thing and won the first end on this rink.
Absolutely, Can't see the other rink there.
As soon as we can get a view on that scoreboard, we'll update the other rink.
Yeah, Jodie here just looks a bit short. She's got the track though. She's got a line.
She was never far away this morning, Jodie. She was all over it. Obviously changing green though, so.
Well, I was just saying to Beck, this green we noticed this morning, because of how the wind's blowing and it's been gusting in and out, it's been really inconsistent. You know, players are finding it hard to make those subtle adjustments. You know, if you can nail it with your first, they tend to nail it with the second. And Chanel was really good at that, and Sophie Payne this morning were the two who probably stood out in terms of nailing it with their first bowl, and then were able to get another one bang onto it again.
Yeah, very good.
This one's close here.
Well,
Weight's not too bad. However, I just think it's
close for shot
close,
now, ain't it?
yeah.
I think in conditions like this, it's really important to have a solid up front with your lead and your second. If they can nail it, it's really hard to then get those shots off the jack, because you're playing with that line and weight constantly. Jodie, a little fortunate to get a bit of a scrub.
Yeah, clear rate, I think she was pretty good there.
Yeah,
but,
weight was not too bad.
there is some risk on the forehand there to promote, but the call is stay high, stay wide.
It's very interesting that other side must be quite tight, otherwise it's quite an open hand to draw
it looks
a second
really open,
shot.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So I don't think she's going to have her speed here. It's a great effort.
Yeah, very great effort.
Oh,
Oh, man.
High fives, yeah.
The tape's going to come out over a few here.
Well, I'm going to pass on to one of our juniors.
Oh, are you now?
Ariane
She's-
Ariane.
So we'll give her a little chance. Her first debut for the state Pennant 1.
We
So
have Riri coming in.
amazing.
Riri coming in.
All right. Well, we thank Rebecca Lord for her service as the measure keeps getting passed around. Welcome in for the first time, Ariane Winter.
Hello.
Hello, it's lovely to have you here, mate. This has been the best thing that I could have had happen to me today. I've got some co-commentators. The afternoon off, girls. I suppose
The
that's
afternoon off.
Yeah,
that was
it's
the
so
that was
good.
the first plan, right? You know, you knew what the draw was. You've only got 3 in your section. 2 shots it was there to East Maitland. There was only 3 in your section. You win in the morning, you get the afternoon off. You get a chance to recoup, regroup, and I understand have a little team bonding session this afternoon.
We are. We're going to have a little team bonding session. We're going to play a little bit of Holy Moly.
Oh, yeah.
So that will be very interesting. But yeah, though, that was the conversation this morning in our little group huddle. We knew what we had to do. Obviously, with 3 in our section and taking the top 2, I believe, it really does open the opportunity right up. But to get the win this morning was very, very important and a great start for our campaign here at Figtree. So we'll take that win and we'll recoup and go to those group bonding sessions this afternoon, and then we'll come out firing again tomorrow morning, hopefully.
And yes, well, we've had a spirited contest between you guys and Port City today. I heard Carmen Anderson was... she did a big job for Cabramatta today.
She was amazing. I mean, we got the old Carmen Anderson back, which was really nice. She's just full of energy. I actually said to her after the game, I said, if I get to your age and I have that much energy, I'll be really happy. She's just a lovely human being. And I tell you what, she's still got the talent in her.
Well, she's been an absolutely superb bowler for a long, long time, as we've seen. She's had some big results at the Australian Open, and as well as individually in state championships. So, yeah, a real asset to your club. But I did say that there's somebody else who's got a fair resume potentially to come back in for Cabramatta tomorrow, the great Karen Murphy.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you heard from her? Is she on the plane?
Yeah, we messaged her earlier saying that we won our game and hopefully she can come tomorrow if no delays happen, like with flights and stuff.
I think that's it. We're banking on, flights being on time and things moving well at the airport. And obviously, it's no small feat to come back in after a big flight like that and a big trip and campaign over in Glasgow with the Aussies. But we do really appreciate the effort that she's taking to come back in and play in this event with us. The team's not the same without her. It's Karen Murphy. So just the energy that she brings to the team, we try to carry that on when she's not here, but it'll be completely different when she comes back.
Yeah, she's like the missing puzzle piece, of our team. She's
a leader in so many ways, I think, Karen Murphy.
Absolutely.
But, some good leading going on here too. We saw Kaye Arnott. She got the first one donked it right on there, and then in response, McKay.
Julie was actually solid this morning, leading against Riri here. She was really, really good the whole game, so it wouldn't surprise me if she's a bit the same this afternoon.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tough competition against her. I'd draw one in and then she'd draw one closer and then I'd draw one in. It was quite the lead competition this morning.
It's good to have though, right? If you're being well matched up front as these two seem to be so far, you can really help set up that the whole team. And I think for you, as we hear on debut here at Women's Division 1 Pennant Finals, it's a great achievement for you, Ariane, to be playing amongst this calibre of player, and I'm sure you'll take a lot away from it.
You can probably imagine my reaction, when I got the message. I'm like, oh, really? You're inviting me? Very grateful to be here at Figtree. It's been really good so far. The greens are running great.
Yes, so that was going to be one of my questions for you guys. I had the clock on them and they were probably closer to 13 seconds when we got underway this morning, and I'd say they're closer to 17 now, would we say?
So it was a bit weird.
Yeah.
It was a bit,
Our rink was quite interesting in the fact that the ditch side was about 2-3 seconds slower than the other side.
Yeah, it was.
It was the turning side, would you believe? So
the slow turning side.
The slow turning
yeah,
side.
it was so weird.
It was very strange. You sort of had to make sure you're constantly a metre through the head, finishing in good homes. But yeah, it was very interesting for this section because obviously Port City know this is do or die for them after this morning's game, so they would have come in here with the game plan and the thought that they need to win this game. So
well, Kylie Hardy's rink did the right thing. They picked up a 5 the first end, so to come out firing shots like that, it's going to set yourself up with plenty of confidence. Still got there's just it's an annoying breeze more than anything now. It seems to be just coming in fits and starts.
Yeah, noticed that during our game as well. It was pretty inconsistent. It either blow a gale or it'd be absolutely dead.
Yeah, real one for concentration, I think, is the play. You can't just go in autopilot when it's like this, can you? You
can't.
Really need to think about what's going on.
You can't be too hard on yourself. I know a lot of players, even myself sometimes, I'm quite hard on myself if I'm not inside the jack. But
front and back touches every end.
In these conditions, honestly, anything within a metre and passing the head is a really, really good bowl, and can't be disappointed with that. But just constantly playing with confidence as well.
Yeah, it's a big part of this game, and we've seen already. If you can really nail it, it's hard to beat. So that first bowl of Kaye Arnott, that's looking to be a tricky one to beat. Needs to be a little bit careful here. Doesn't want to get that jack moving too far. Bounced, went with it.
It's not all bad because that is the shot that Port City would have been looking to play, and she has done it first. Although Lynette, who was about to jump on the mat, was drawing front and back touches this morning.
Oh, right. She was playing to your standard.
She was. She was unreal. Her bowls just seemed to get back a little bit more than others.
Yeah, I noticed that. Hey, it was quite unexpected. I saw the turn on her bowl and I'm like,
it's the old
so unexpected.
Curse.
Well, yeah, she stayed up at the back of the ring. That's important. I went and I just doing my due diligence before the game. I did have a look there, an old set of ABTs. So they're likely to have a bit more arc than some bowls.
It showed.
And potentially on that rink as well, it was probably something that might have come in handy.
Yeah, absolutely. So they'd just be looking to close the gap on this one. If she can draw a little toucher herself.
Just going to
the
slip
idea.
past here. We see a lot of this. The players do sort of throw their hands in the air when it gets right down near the tee, saying that they don't really stop the way that we're expecting.
Yeah. I think you get that a lot of, in a lot of windy conditions. Anything past the tee, generally just sort of takes off on
Feels
you.
like it's running off
Yeah, I noticed that this morning.
She's
It
very
was
close here, Lynette.
the table. Well,
What
you
did I
called
say?
it.
What did I
a
say?
shot.
You called it a bowl early. Oh, he's just on
great
the replay
shot.
again.
That is amazing.
It's down, bang, lands the shot bowl.
Yeah, I mean, she's given it a chance so that if she was tight, she was trailing the jack. But landing the bowl, obviously ideal. I think we're going to see a drawing contest from...
Well, yes, Skip's drawing contest,
Yeah.
full, pretty close to the full length. Draw to the tee, something that I know we're all out there practicing
absolutely.
diligently all the time, aren't we, Ariane? Every afternoon during 40 bowl drill.
Not every afternoon.
It's something that I speak about all the time, though, in the commentary. The drawing to the tee, it's a fixed reference point. You need to know where
it's
that
like,
is.
It's
all
really
the time.
common. Like, I think I do a lot more knowing that, like, not many people do it. And it might put me, like, ahead in games.
It's a great skill to have, that you can trust that your draw is going to be, well, something pretty well like this. Is that going to do enough? I favour it is.
Oh,
Great pace.
close.
The indication from Ingrid was that she's got the shot. Looking over my shoulder, though, I'm less convinced, but the camera likes it. We'll wait and see. I'm sure Jodie's got something to say before we get much further.
She did this morning. Her drawing skills this morning were unreal.
I'm about to see that again. Just falling short.
Ingrid's going in for a much better look now, so we'll get a gauge. One down is the signal, so didn't quite get there. And you can see you get that on a higher line. Give yourself a few more ways to win.
Well, she's already got her pace, so she's just got to touch more grass. She can afford to move the jack.
I like this sort of area here.
It is a good area. How's her pace? She's just going to run through, I think.
Fine effort.
Stiff.
For Jodie Fruend, well, opportunity
Jodie,
double up now.
She'll be careful here. I mean, she can afford a slight toucher. She's tighter chicken. Jodie?
Well,
Yeah, she would have been cautious. Absolutely.
one goes out, and Ingrid Griffiths is saying, well, if you want a second, you go get it. So, we've seen a lot of this today. The players, I think, in these conditions too, make sure you give yourself every opportunity to find every shot. You may not get those opportunities. It is one only to Port City, so Jodie Fruend ties her up here with Leisa Morgan. It's 2-2 after 3 ends. And the masterboard reads East Maitland 4, Port City 7. What time's your booking at Holy Moly, girls? Are
They open at 4. We're probably going to go back and relax for a little bit and then head out as a group. So we might actually head off very shortly. Nick's like, I didn't really want to.
Well, I didn't want to keep you here all afternoon.
No, that's
is the
okay.
only thing. But no, I do appreciate it, and I'm sure all our viewers. It's just, it's so great to get the perspective of you both as players, as as up and coming young stars, as somebody with the the resume of Jessica Tell.
Stop it.
So, well,
After
I try my
just
best.
coming runners up in the Golden Nugget.
Oh, really? Yeah, no.
What an event though. Do tell us. I mean, we've got a little time. Tell us about the Golden Nugget and what an experience it is for you to go so close.
Yeah. Look, absolutely. It's something, I think every young bowler looks at the Golden Nugget. It's been around for years, and it's one of the most prestigious singles events in the world. So to get an invitation to an event like that is, privilege enough, and honestly honoured to be one of the ladies that was picked for that event. But yeah, so I went through my section undefeated, which, you know what, I was very, very proud of my performance throughout the tournament itself. Really enjoyed the experience. It was well run by Tweed as always. The greens were great. And then, you know, you had to fight for every win. So it was a very, very long week. It was 2 games a day, first to 25. So you could be out there for four hours at a time. So it was long and mentally, you know, very tiring. So yes, very, very proud to not only be selected to play in the Nugget, but then to make the final and lose to a fellow Blues team member. You know what, it's not so bad. I got her in the section and she got me in the final, unfortunately, but it was a great performance from us both, I think, and either one of us could have walked away with it at the end of the day, and I'm very happy that it's another New South Wales player. So yeah, it's just such an experience. I mean, you look at the Junior Nugget as well, which is a really great opportunity for the young stars, and they stayed on for a little bit to watch some of the first games, and you know, hoping that one day that will be them out on the green as well. So yeah, great opportunity.
I'm sure it will for some. I think that young bloke who won the junior boys, Harry Coleman, he's got a little bit about him, doesn't he?
He is in the Victorian side, the men's open side, actually.
The open. I thought it was just the juniors.
No, so he's 15 years old, I believe, and he's making his debut in the Victorian Open men's side, which is it's a tough one to crack. So, you know what, hats off to him. He won the Victorian Open singles, which is no small feat, and he's bowling really well, and he's in great form. So yeah, hats off to him, and that'll be an amazing experience for him, and winning the Junior Golden Nugget as well. So he'll be hoping to be one of the future stars playing in the Open Nugget, I'm sure.
I don't doubt it. There's been so many great competitors come through the junior ranks, and it's great to see that that production line continues at all these events across the country.
Absolutely, I think it's really important to have these events for our juniors coming up through the sport. It's important to give them opportunity to represent and play in big events, so that it can really show what our sport can offer them as well. So,
well, I was doing a little head count earlier today, as we see. It's a good effort there. Currently 1-2 Kaye Arnott. I was doing the numbers this morning and just looking at all the current junior representatives who are competing here. I mean, Ariane is one. Who else was here, Ariane?
I know Annie's here, Sophie, Zoe.
Yep.
Yeah, there's quite a few here, and we've got a few formal ones like
Chanel's only just come out of the juniors. I mean,
Katie. All of these players are just like coming out of the juniors into like these big events. It's good.
Well, we've seen a very good bowl there. Port City have pinched the shot back from the Green Kaye Arnott bowl, and now pressure being applied. It's going to be Lynne Thompson going to look to sneak in quite there.
And we've got Riri here making her debut for the under-18 Blues this week, coming in the Tri-Series. And I'm also very privileged to be able to work with the girls and the boys as well throughout that event. And I'm really, really looking forward to what they can showcase, because honestly, I think they're going to be amazing this week. But she'd be very excited about that.
I am honoured to play for the Blues. Like, making my debut like on my last year, it is an absolute privilege. Like, I've always looked forward to like junior events and like state events, hoping to like get noticed, and finally getting noticed like a little bit. It's absolute an honour.
Yes. Oh well, I think it's something to look forward to. I wasn't going to be at Cabramatta this weekend, but circumstances have changed a little bit, so you'll be stuck with me on Friday and Saturday, and we do have girls fours action on the stream.
Very nice.
Friday afternoon, 3:30 to kick off the whole competition. So Ariane, we might see you in action there.
Is it my ring? I'm not too sure. There's 2 rings, yeah.
You're 50-50 chance. So after your great performance today, it'll be great to watch you in action. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe, have your notifications turned on, because we're going to have plenty of action for you across the rest of this week here at the Women's Division 1 Pennant Finals. And we're going to see, well, this is tracking
area.
nicely here.
Very
Just needs a little
close.
touch on the green. Gets the shot
Oh,
back.
what a bowl.
Oh, no. Jodie
Oh.
Fruend says no, it didn't.
Jodie's breaking hearts over here.
Well, that's a super
Can't really
shot.
see it, but
Yeah, so let's see here. Just the Jack's obscured from our camera on that angle, so I think we'll go to the other shot there, Josh, so we can get a good view. So it is somewhat out in the open at least now
Should be
for
trying
both
to
teams.
just play a a nice draw. If you can touch it away first, because that's obviously what East Maitland will be looking to do. She's
Something
got
like
an
this, you
area.
reckon?
Oh, that's a great shot.
that is
Oh,
amazing.
And she's covered it right up, sitting in front of it. So touch her, also handy. She couldn't have played that much better.
Well, here's the replay.
Wow.
So
What a bowl.
Just with such good weight as well.
Such precision.
it popped out the green bowl of Kaye on 2 rolls, which was the other one in the argument for shot. Now, there's going to be a bit of a discussion here. It's hard to play any real attacking weight at because it's somewhat well protected on the backhand.
I think you almost need to play weight on the. I'm assuming she's right-handed, down on the forehand. Any contact through the red bowl, you can get the red bowl through the other bowl as well. But any sort of jack
Yeah.
movement, you're opening it up for your skip to
I
play
think that's
a draw
the
shot.
discussion.
We saw Natalie Lewis play a fantastic one, which may feature on our social media later on today in a
Highlight
similar
reel.
sort of situation.
The
Got
highlights.
both out clean.
Yeah.
But even a slight miss, and you are opening things up to give your skip an opportunity to get to it, because right now that jack's very well protected.
It is. So sort of any movement that you can get going either with the bowls or the jack, you're making it easier for your skip at the end of the day. So it'll just be interesting to see how much weight she does play. There's even a result off the blue bowl out there as well. You can get the inside of that and get somewhat of a result.
Get back to the jack,
Yeah, absolutely. So I think she's got everything to play for here with a bit of weight.
Ingrid Griffiths, I'm guessing she won't be short. But
You would hope not.
how much speed is the question? Well,
Not as much as I
Thought she'd
would
play
personally
more.
be playing, but if she
it's
plays
a
it,
direct line though. Chance to get down and squeeze this jack if she's not far
Oh,
off.
that's stiff.
you know what? It is a handy home because you can get the red straight through the jack, and you've got nearly best back. So not the worst home. She stayed on, making somewhat of an opportunity for a skip to play a shot.
Yeah, all pretty well matched across the rink there, so it does often depend the power game. We see some players do like to use it more than others, and it might just be that Ingrid Griffiths, she backed herself with that very controlled sort of pace there, just to look to bump things around rather than bash things around.
Fortunately, I think one turned it out of that red one that isn't making the situation much easier. It's probably just going to rest up on the blue bowl. Anything past for Jodie is good.
As you say, I think you've identified red through the jack straight down the line looks the most likely result with any sort of weight. So
Like I said, I'd be going a touch more. You get a result off that outside blue, you can get straight onto the jack. Any jack movement's good.
well, Leisa Morgan's looking to just trail this one, and she'll get a very similar amount
Yeah.
cut.
Unfortunately, when you're using that sort of pace, it doesn't give you much of an opportunity to work in off other bowls and get results.
All or nothing somewhat, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, this looks to be a good draw line here from Jodie.
Very
Even if she parks
close.
up in the road, that might make things more difficult. That might even count.
It's going to make it a lot trickier.
Definitely be close to counting.
Yeah. Ingrid said there's a few more edges to use, so I suspect it'll be
Probably gonna
slightly
go-
more positive.
I think she's got a similar pace.
You've got the more positive line without the positive pace.
No pace, unfortunately.
It's an easy one to do, isn't it? If you've got two ideas in your head and you play sort of a little bit of both, and you get nothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
make
you're always
sure-
going to make the decision before you get on the mat.
Oh, you've had some good coaches there.
Oh, thank you.
That's one of my pet peeves is somebody stands on the mat and then asks the question of what shot they're going to play. How dare you? 4 shots it was. So
Yeah.
big pick up there.
Yeah.
And Port City, well, they're out to a good lead here.
Riri and I might head off, but thank you for
No,
having
it's
us
been
in
amazing.
the commentary. Pleasure to be here as always and chatting away.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jessie. I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow. Ariane, do let us know who was
Yes.
the champion at Holy Moly. I want to hear your name up in lights with,
Yes, I will.
with the putter
She
as
just
well
said
as on the green.
she said no 10 pin, no 10 pin.
I'm really bad at 10 pin.
Right.
The last time I hurt a shoulder, it was no
Oh,
good.
we
Had
don't
to
want
bowl
that.
the next day. No.
Don't do that. All right, girls. Well, thank you so much for joining
Thank you
us.
so much.
We will we'll have them back in again very, very soon, I'm sure. It's been brilliant to have the insight of a couple of the game's young stars in Ariane Winter and Jessie Cattell joining us from Cabramatta Bowling Club. Well, they're joining us here at Figtree Sports, representing Cabramatta Bowling Club. So now that we've lost the girls, we'll get a little bit more attention on this game, and it's been a good start. I think all of the players here, they've all played some quality bowls. Another couple of shots to Kylie Hardy next door. So, Port City out to a good lead early on. But back East Maitland, they're not going to go away without a fight. There's some mightily experienced campaigners here, and well, this lady's one of them, Kaye Arnott. We've seen her name in plenty over the years. And just going to slide past there. So good ball coming in here. Yes, some applause there, Julie McKay. She's led off well. Jodie Brady there for Port City. She's played another good one. That's a very good one there. Lynne Thompson. Be proud of that. Jodie Brady once again. Slipping past. Played a great one with the first. Now Lynne to get right down to that jack. Go with it now. Played it neatly. Did she stay with it? Well, it might have just run away from her. And it is one shot to Port City, so a little bit unfortunate there. Got the jack moving. But you see this little blue catcher at the back of the rink there. That's Julie McKay. Port City, they just keep finding themselves in the right place at the right time. Here's Lynne Zahra. Now, she was given a huge rap by the girls. Well, need to be a bit careful there. That jack's gone bouncing across the rink, and that's in, well, the middle of nowhere, really. I don't know which one is the shot. Favourites, one of the bowls at the bottom of the picture once we come back there. Yep. Ingrid Griffiths, she didn't like that one. You could see she slapped her thigh after she let it go. Just going to be a bit hasty, a bit quick. We'll have a look at this one here from Lynette Zahra. She's gone crashing on past as well. Ingrid Griffiths just wanted to back off. You can hear in the effects microphone that breeze starting to gust up a little bit once again. Ingrid, clear road to the jack here. She's going to be very good. Well, once again, just a little bit quick. Slipping past on the high side. Just a reminder that the Women's Pennant Finals are supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong isn't on your getaway list yet, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. And, well, why wouldn't you? Superb part of the world. We've been looked after very, very nicely by Figtree Sports, of course, one of the region's great clubs. As we see another one, yeah, they're missing consistently on the quick side on that hand. And I reckon the breeze is just getting up the backside of the bowl a little bit. Yeah, you can see that one's just fading out. Well, I'll have to go and remind one of our girls about the camera. There she goes. I don't have the Bowls New South Wales security guard Dean Hodges with me here today, so we're relying on the players to police themselves. And Jodie, can she pull this one up in time? Well, it's gone skipping past too, so... Not quite. So we'll see what the outcome is here. So the players are going to declare. One has come out. Two have come out. Two, so it's going to be a good go there. So it's going to be 8 shots to 2. They bluffed us on the previous end. I thought they'd said 2 and it was actually 4. So I've got those in the wrong way around. But the scores are now correct, and it's 17 shots to Port City. East Maitland did pick up a 2 on the other rink, so I'll update that one. So Sharon Wells has claimed a 2 there. So 17-6. Port City out to a bright start here. And as the Cabramatta girls alluded to, it's win or go home for Port City. If they lose this one, they know that their campaign is over. A victory and a good victory too. Their margin's not too foul. They did claim a rink, so keeps their hopes alive. Well, there's a little discussion about length of jack as Lee Greening comes past with the update. Thank you, mate. So, I'll let you know around the grounds here as they have decided that is going to be long enough. It's thank you, Lee. Maryland's 14 lead South Tamworth 4. Nyngan 5 trail Merimbula 18. Warilla 7 are getting a bit of a tune up from Tarrant Point 22. Harbord 8 trail Windsor 14. And in this game it is 6 shots East Maitland, 17 shots Port City currently. And Ettalong trail Foster 13 shots to 5. In Division 2, Curry are leading Yamba 16-0. That can't possibly be a typo, could it, Lee? No, 16-0, he assures me. Through 10 ends. Windang 15 lead West Dubbo 10. Glenbrook 3, Nambucca Heads 6. They're only through 7 completed ends. And Pittwater 13 leading Munmora 7 through 12. So thanks to Lee, he's gone around the grounds for us here. And don't forget, we'll have all the results in very shortly after the conclusion of the games. Peter's saying great start, Port City, keep it going. Well, it certainly is a great start, and for any fans of the Port City players, you'd be very happy with what you're seeing so far. Looks like to be out on a nice line here. And neatly done, Julie. My apologies, that wasn't Julie, that was Jodie. Jodie Brady now. Lynne Thompson. Oh, this is being urged in by Lisa Morgan. Just didn't quite go the trip. The track was excellent. Jodie Brady now. She's got this away on a good line again. The breeze pushing hard from left to right on screen. Still mostly out of the south, but just a little bit more west coming into the breeze now, so it means that this hand will be a little bit tighter. I'll tell you what though, this has been played quite well. Gets all the way up to it here, and not quite. Once again, a good effort from Lynne Thompson. High line, but speedy from Lynette Zahra. It's not a common name. I wonder if she's any relation to the great jockey Zahra. I'm sure someone in the comments will let us know. Let us know what price you backed him to ride a winner as well. Griffiths. Just wanted to fade off the inside there. Didn't quite get the result. This is going to be a change of hands now for Port City. Still plenty of turnout here. It is, nominally the tighter hand, but there's no shortage of paddock. The bowl's still getting back very well. Once again, speed critical. And well, the assessment there from Leisa Morgan. She's having a good look at that. You can see there's probably some desire from her to say to the girls, come on, we really need to get going here. It's not terminal by any stretch at this point, but we're a long way from the end. But it's going to need to be a mighty effort here from East Maitland. Jodie Fruend just slipping past. Leisa's got some bowls coming in on this hand, as well as a little channel that she might be looking to use. Turned one up and over. Hasn't really changed things, so she's played it. Fair. Hasn't impacted the count though. Now this looks to be a slightly tighter line here. Just carrying a bit of speed, and that was all that was going to hold it out, and it's going to be one has come out, and that Zahra is going to make an assessment on the rest. While she's doing that, we might get that over 40s graphic up too, and I can tell you all about that. Over 40 pairs qualifying closes on the 11th of August. So if you are eligible, if you're aged between 40 and 59, you can get yourself in for the over 40s pairs, with the event to be played at clubs all across your region. We don't know exactly how many venues yet, because it's all dependent on nominations, but make sure you get your entry in for that, and you can have your chance to join the boys there, the Winona boys, the champions last year, as over 40 pairs champions when the finals are played in Yamba. 2 shots it is to Port City, so Jodie Fruend 10 now leads Leisa Morgan 2. And next door, Port City have claimed some more shots. It's another 4 shots there. So Sharon Wells 4 trails Kylie Hardy 13. So 23-6. Well, I said it wasn't desperate yet, but yeah, we're third of the way through this contest. We're getting up to, and if you're East Maitland, you really need to get going. Kaye Arnott's been strong up front on this rink, but she can't do it all herself, and Leisa Morgan has been having to play into these heads with limited support so far. I think it's fair to say. Now, this is something I'm actually interested to have a look at. This is a much shorter length than what we saw in this morning's game. And Port City have kept the jack away from the tee. The girls did comment before when I had Beck Lord, Ariane Winter and Jessie Cattell. It was lovely to have the Capra crew on to join us. That often when you're going down breeze as this direction is, once you go past the tee, it feels like it's running off the end of a table. Well, that's why I like, just have a look at this length. And I think if you're East Maitland, you probably won't mind it, just because it's something a bit different. Something that's not too different. Our man Dougie watching from Bulgaria. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to you, Dougie. Trust you're enjoying the beautiful pictures and the beautiful winter sunshine here from Figtree Sports. Nick Hind is my name. It's fantastic to have your company wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. We've got some fantastic bowls to come here from Figtree Sports. Quarterfinals tomorrow afternoon. We've still got another round to play though tomorrow morning. And that contest, well, as we see Kaye Arnott, she's just snuck past. Tomorrow morning we're going to see who do we have in action tomorrow morning? Round 3. It is going to be Ettalong versus Curry tomorrow morning in Section 4. So we'll have that broadcast commencing approximately 9 a.m. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Have your notifications turned on. Get your bingo card ready. Get the shot glasses out as we're chasing 1 billion subscribers. Currently several hundred million short, but we are chipping away. And chipping away is what East Maitland really need to be doing at the moment. You don't need to get all this back at once. Just pick up one here, one there. Well, that might help. It's just got some good finish on it still. These greens got almost a polish. See them, Sean Bellotti and the team here do a tremendous job as these greens are, well, they're well regarded and the players will be enjoying them. This will be enjoyed. Yep, number 1. What a shot. So Judith Brady, you can see the index finger goes in the air. Thank you, mate, from Jodie Fruend. And once again, pressure being applied to the Griffins here, East Maitland. Not quite sure really where their next shot's going to come from. It just seems as though every time the jack moves, it goes favourably for Port City. And yes, so the request has been, and that's Zahra. Try one on the forehand, please. Draw it to my foot. Cover those 2. I'm okay with this plan. So I wonder if that one had a little bit of a wobble out of the hand. It didn't start working until very, very late. Speed was okay too for the shot. I thought out of the hand that was going to do a little bit more swooping. As we get the afternoon sun, we're up to 18 degrees. This is about the top for today. Beautiful winter's day here in Wollongong. And Ingrid Griffiths, she's just going to look to sit that shot bowl off. I was okay with that sort of intent. Just missed the line fractionally. So really clear communication from Jodie. Can you just narrow that up a bit, please? And not doing anything out of the hand. They pushed it a little bit wide once again. That's Zahra who got wrapped from the girls earlier on. Well, it's probably a good second for Port City. Sorry, for East Maitland there. And Port City holding shot once more. And Jodie Fruend, well, she's very quick to get down the other end. She's been waiting on the mat. I think she wants to go and get that bowl straight in where she was asking Zahra to do. So forehand, well, she's learnt. One feels from what Zahra missed out on. Still just on the high side. Josh Grock next to me, he's reached for the cap. We learnt this yesterday afternoon that our commentary position is beautiful up here on the deck. And this late afternoon sun is absolutely glorious, but being the late afternoon winter sun, it might end up in our eyes, but that's okay. It's nicer to be here than it was this morning. Gee, it was cool. Well, that's pretty well done there from Jodie. She hasn't added to the target. She hasn't necessarily added to the count either, but has protected against a potential multiple. Just the one. Now, so Leisa Morgan might have some so we can see what the players are talking about. Getting not a lot of help from the late afternoon sun. The cameras looking into it a little bit from up here at the in the grandstand position. So the call was there's not really much else on. You just have to go and try it to draw. So Leisa Morgan. It's just going to be a fraction firm. Only a fraction firm. Yep, that's all it was. Super effort. Little trail would have been good there. The greens and that purple bowl belonged to East Maitland. And yeah, just a slight miss. One shot it is to Port. And Jodie Fruend. Back live now, so 11 shots to 2 is the lead here. 7 ends have been completed on this rink. And next door, they haven't completed their 7th end yet, so a bit of a way to go here for East Maitland. I just feel like they need to get a chance to catch their breath. Been a dominant opening start. East Maitland have found it hard to hold shot even. So this game certainly isn't over, but given what we've seen at the start, it's going to take a change of fortune and a change of form potentially here from East Maitland. Kaye Arnott's been good. She can keep setting up some heads. I think that will be to the benefit of the Griffins. But you can see how much that bowl's finishing. You just think it's done its best work, and then it's going to say, no, I'm not done yet. I'll run for another metre or two. So some real pace in this green, and another good collect next door it was for Port City. Good bowl here. Yeah, well done, Julie McKay. Okay. So it was a 4 to Kylie Hardy on the other rink. So commanding start here. Good effort from Kaye. Now Jodie, Brady. So just park that one a little bit short. Well, parked a little bit short, and then her opponent, Lynne Thompson, says, anything you can do, hold my beer. I expect they'll both improve with the second. This does look to be a fair improvement here. A clear run. Well, who put that there? Thompson now. This is a better track. It's still fairly swoopy out there. Improved certainly, but just a little bit delicate there. Dougie is telling us it is the morning in Bulgaria, so nice of you to know. You're up with a Prosecco on the balcony, Dougie. Sounds pretty good. We're at the balcony here at Figtree Sports. It's a beautiful spot to be watching bowls, to be enjoying this beautiful winter afternoon sunshine. And we trust you're enjoying these great pictures wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. Nick Hind is my name. It's fantastic to have your company here from Figtree Sports for the 2025-26 BCiB Women's Pennant Finals. This is round 2 here in Division 1. And we're watching East Maitland. Well, look, just a little bit lost for answers at the moment against a rampant Port City. Port City defeated by Cabramatta this morning, but they did pick up a rink and they kept their margin to -10. So important there. And that Zahra. Oh, it's going to be a counter as well. It's probably number 2. And Ingrid Griffiths calling for her. She might be the one who can just change the fortune a little bit. She's got plenty of energy. Leisa Morgan's got plenty of energy about this one. Needs it to run. Slips past the front. It's going to wobble up and be second shot. Good effort. Probably had the speed without that little kiss on the way through. Yeah, you can see just subtracted even half a roll more and would have been very close to all over that. So as the players swap over, Zahra's identified where there's potentially a number at the back of the rink. So I wonder whether or not there'll be any ideas of cover. I think Jodie Fruend satisfied that the way that the head's shaping up, the jack going all the way back is very unlikely, so she's just going to look to draw another one. And Leisa was called to hold early. Might need that same little kiss. It was a crash rather than a kiss. Does open the channel, though, a little bit for promotion on the Ingrid Griffiths bowl. That's just sitting short of Jack High. The wing bowl does belong to Port City. And is Port City once again holding shot. So, similar sort of plan here for Leisa Morgan. Sit the shot bowl or turn the second shot through. Well, she's in a decent sort of an area here. Just needs to turn a little bit harder. Got an edge, but only an edge. Unfortunate. One shot it is to Port City. And Jodie Fruend goes out to a 10-shot advantage. We're through 8 completed ends here. And, well, Ingrid Griffiths so close. Leisa Morgan so close. As I say, a change of fortune is what we might see. If you're looking for a change, though, and why wouldn't you be? It might be a nice little place to come for a getaway here. The Women's Pennant Finals are proudly supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong isn't on your getaway list yet, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. Fabulous clubs, fabulous facilities, the beaches. I know I'm going on about it a little bit, but coming from the snowy mountains, this afternoon winter sun to sit outside is absolutely glorious. And I'm filling my boots with this beautiful, beautiful sunshine. Plenty of fabulous bowling clubs in the Illawarra. And shout out to all of those that are ably supporting this great event. Our primary club here, Figtree Sports. We have Corrimal, Windang, and Wiseman's Park as our co-host venues, and we thank them for all of their support. Now it must be, it's remiss of me. I feel terrible about this, folks, ladies and gentlemen. I am, of course, a member of Jindabyne Bowling Club, and Jindabyne is featuring here in Division 4. And Jindabyne Adaminibi as a composite team are at Wiseman's Park, and they had a win in the first round. So for all the Jindabyne fans out there, I'm sure there are thousands. It was a strong win, led by the Adaminibi rink, to be fair, who did enough to get the girls over the line. So I hope to see them here later in the week. We are going to have all 4 women's divisions from semi-finals onwards being played here at Figtree. We're seeing a Super Bowl come down. Yeah, she's just doing this a lot here. Jodie Brady. She gives her opposing second, Lynne Thompson, a little tap on the shoulder. It says, "That's how it's done, mate." Well, Lynne Thompson's in a reasonable sort of area here too. Just perhaps on the quick side again. I didn't quite have the finish that I expected on that hand. The breeze maybe, as I say, it's been in fits and starts today. And, well, the body language here from Jodie, she probably likes this one as well. Oh, why wouldn't she? She's getting applause from the opposition skip. That's 2. Excellent stuff there from Jodie Brady for Port City, who just looking dominant. 17-4 next door, 12-2 here. Urging for this one to get down. Just overplayed it fractionally. You don't want your opponents to be short in that situation, but equally there's a real need to convert. And Zahra, she does a lot of the fundamentals really well. You can see that delivery, holds her form, stays down low. And, well, as I say, she does the fundamentals well, but missed the weight there. So, Ingrid Griffiths now. Yeah, we can just see a few of them. I feel as though the players are expecting more and earlier turn on that hand. And their eyes aren't deceiving them. It's just holding out. Change here from Zahra. Lynette Zahra, she can get right down, land her own bowl, turn that back towards the jack. That's going to be very, very good. Takes that little seat away for Ingrid Griffiths, and now probably means that you've just got to go and draw that cold. Little trail's no good anymore. A big trail's okay. Ingrid, yeah, that was big trail weight rather than little trail weight. But for Leisa Morgan, yeah, she's just not being left with too many options here. And you start to feel as though you're being constricted by your opponents here, East Maitland. It's a hard spot to be in as a skip, where you're constantly under the pump. But these girls, well, they'll rise to the occasion, I'm sure. Leisa Morgan, we haven't seen the last of her. Now, Jodie, put your nose on this and it'll make a super, super shot. And you can see just another one that's floated on the high side. Leisa. Gonna have such fine touch again. Really nothing for missing out on that side. You know, if she's missing a yard through and cutting the head, I'm okay with that, but you really cannot float them. This is another one. That's another one that's going to potentially count. Kaye Arnott at the back there, the light green. That's the best. But it may be 4 down. It may be 5 down. Unless Kaye's bowl at the front is better. No, it couldn't be the front one. This is a more direct line. This has got some potential. Well, Leisa, yeah, just, as I say, overplaying it. And now there's going to be a smattering taken out. 1, 2, 3, 4 agreed upon. And then an argument between green and red for 5th. Port City running away with this contest. And the body language from East Maitland, that's 5. Bad time to drop a 5. Yes, so Jodie Fruend now 17-2 in front of Leisa Morgan. And the Griffins getting punished there for just not getting bowls in the head. Can be a brutal game sometimes when there's when you feel as though circumstances aren't going your way. We're going to be all the way back on the tee here, so place your bets, folks. We've seen some very good players struggle on this longer length in this direction. Well, that's a fine start on that length. Jessica Tell mentioned earlier in the broadcast, if you weren't with us, we had the company of Jessica Tell, Rebecca Lord, Ariane Winter. We were blessed to have some of the Cabramatta contingent who had this afternoon off come join us. And Jessica Tell said it's very easy to be hard on yourself on this green. To be a metre away is a good bowl. With the breeze, as we say, in fits and starts, backing and veering. You need to be kind to yourself if you're going to give yourself every chance to succeed. As we say, the green's picked up probably close to 4 seconds in pace from this morning. This is a fine effort from Julie. Kaye, she's got this out on a good line again. Leisa Morgan's getting more and more interested. Nick Hines getting more and more interested. That's going to be a super shot. Well done, Kaye Arnott. Stack that one up. As we said, this green, it's so important. If you can nail it with your first, that second bowl is only a minor adjustment. And Kaye Arnott, she played that beautifully. I'll tell you what, Jodie Fruend's very interested in this as well. Just going to be sliding on past and going to find a new home on the beach. So, 2 currently to East Maitland, and don't they need them? I'll tell you what, it's hard to hang on to shot. This is a really good effort here That's awesome, was the comment from Jodie. Probably going to be second shot. So, despite the very best efforts of Kaye, Arnott, and we see once again, just you get out wide. It's a little bit sticky out there. Not the finish that the players are probably expecting on this quick green. Not quite as slippery as a well-buttered ice rink, but we're getting up there in pace. Jodie, she's a good girl. She remembered what's going on. Well, ball gets crunched through the front there. That was a Port City bowl coming through. Well, Ingrid Griffiths, got to be careful. Got to be careful. That's careful enough. Just probably half a metre or so quick. And Lynette, Zahra. That's a bit quicker than that. She's gone rattling into the ditch. But if you're Jodie Fruend, you're okay. Any contact with that shot bowl, Jack's spitting out into an area that surely it's going to be more accessible. At the moment, you can really only see half the bowl and half the jack. Now, that's very nice there from Ingrid Griffiths. Well, possibly an opportunity to make a little number here for Maitland City. Leisa Morgan's going to have last say. And there's a little spot in the middle of the triangle that's been formed by that last bowl and the two greens, where potentially you can make a 3, and you could potentially do it by just getting a little contact on the green at the front and maybe flopping in yourself. So potentially a 4, but you want to save that for the last bowl realistically. So we'll see what Jodie Fruend has to say about this though yet. She's taken her time, and that's been unusual. We've seen her be very quick to get on the mat, and why wouldn't you be? If your opponents are making mistakes, just keep letting them do it. That gives them the opportunity to regroup. This time she's had some consideration. And I consider this to be an excellent, excellent bowl. Only needed one more roll realistically. I think if you're Leisa Morgan, you still have to play the forehand. Yep. And Ingrid Griffiths calling it beautifully. Make the green your jack. Tiny little pop. Can still make 3 potentially. Now this is careful weight. Just needs to be careful of the front. The orange bowl. She was careful, all right. That's a fine effort. How did she not get a touch on anything in there? That might be good enough for 2 shots. You can see here, just flirted. Tiny little piece of the orange would have actually been great. Get back to the jack. As we're watching, we're watching a wrong bias come in from from the neighbouring rink. That's 2. Oh, if you're keeping tally at home, that's 2 that we've seen on the live stream so far. So we set the line at 5.5 for that, so there might be a chance of, if you're an overs backer. Now Jodie, really close here. What's she going to do? She's popped the jack, and she's popped it far enough. Yep. And now this is, well, just sort of what I was saying. When you're on, and by virtue of having numbers in the head, Jodie Fruend was able to get contact and get a catch. Nice little bit of slips catching there from Judith Brady at the back of the rink. The decision here for East Maitland may lie on how many shots they have as second. Currently it is only one, but I think if the purple bowl just at 2 o'clock to the jack, if that one goes, that's an Ingrid Griffiths bowl. If that goes, there's a chance they could be another shot down. I think at this stage they need to take a little risk. You know, one and end isn't going to be enough to get you back into this game. You need to find a multiple somewhere. And let's see what the option is here from Leisa. Fairly conservative, looking to push through the green, get it up onto the shot bowl. It's just going to finish on the high side, and it's going to be another one. So Leisa Morgan 2 trails Jodie Fruend 18, would you believe, through 10 ends. This isn't the contest we would have expected. And on these quick greens, the poor bowls are being punished. And it's just that, well, the good bowls are being rewarded too, and it's Port City that have played clearly more of those. So at 38-6, this wasn't on the East Maitland game plan this morning. Port City are absolutely rampant. And look at that, what a start. That's been the difference, the number of bowls that Port City have been able to get inside that metre. Kaye's shown plenty here. She's been probably the pick of the players so far for East Maitland. And as we near halfway, it's going to take a miraculous reversal. This is the time where, and I know about it a little bit from my most recent Pennant season, where we're getting the team together, we're having a bit of a huddle saying, come on guys, what are we going to do? Let's come up, what's plan B, what's plan C? Let's get this mat back. Leisa Morgan hasn't seen the mat for what feels like weeks. Sharon Wells has probably forgotten what it looks like her lead, so good stuff once again. Port City, they're dialed in. This would be a very familiar sort of pace of green. And for the Griffins, they're going to need someone to lift Kaye Arnott. She's doing her level best here. That's a fine effort once again from Kaye. Got the shot back. Well done, Kaye Arnott. Now Judith Brady. Just looks to be a fraction high. If she can get the second of those green bowls, that's going to be okay too. So one shot to East Maitland, and Leisa Morgan saying, "That's remarkable, I'm holding a shot." Well, should be disappointed with that. Holding one. It's a fragile looking one at the moment, and really would have loved if Lynne Thompson could have just provided a little bit more. And 3 more shots next door to Kylie Hardy. So it's 23-4 if you don't mind. Well, good effort there from Port City. To get that shot bowl off. This is better. Gets down, can sit these back bowls. A little bit unfortunate not to get in there clean, but it's reduced the potential target there and the potential slip fielders for Port City. Zahra's once again just push that a little bit. Another one goes to the back of the rink. There's plenty of catches. And the call from Leisa Morgan. Well, you pick it, you play whatever way you like. Love another one close. Well, we'd love this one to park up anytime now. Just slipping past. It's a fair effort. Zahra now. Oh, it's just going to slide under. You could see Jodie Fruend desperately asking for that bowl to hang around, hold on. A little bit of jack movement there. Well, we just need to play for another one here. This is all right. Well, it's going to be better than all right. This is going to be number 2, I feel. Jodie Fruend's not as convinced as I am, but I think that is worth 2 shots. And we might see some attack. There's an option here for Jodie Fruend, I think, up on the forehand, looking to sit the shot bowl through, but it's bowl or jack. Pick your weight, really. There's some good catches at the back of the rink for Port City. There's nothing for short here. Jodie looking to swing right down now. She's done it perfectly. What a bowl. What a bowl. Back toucher, squeezes it off. Shot. Played that a little bit more controlled than I predicted. But, well, she's shown why she's got a couple more state caps than me. Jodie Fruend. Now it's Leisa Morgan basically looking to play the same bowl. Get down, squeeze the orange one out. She won't do it, would she? Wow, it's a fine effort. Let's have a look at that last one in the end there. squeeze, kiss, did everything right. And now Jodie just said, can I do that again? Well, I'll tell you what, she's going to be pretty close. Gets down to the inside of the green. She'll make 2 here. This is unbelievable shooting. Well done. She might get another New South Wales cap out of that. That's fantastic stuff. For Leisa Morgan, once again, there's not really much going for you here. I mean, you can belt it for a kill, probably is the best result. Look at that, the inside of the green, back to the jack, 2 touches. And, well, for Jodie Fruend, she confirms what I've been saying all game. You get the first one right, just go and do it again. They'll be cheering at Port City. There's some glum looks from the East Maitland contingent around the place, but they've just run into an absolute steamroller here. Jodie Fruend and her quartet are playing some sort of a game. For Leisa Morgan, there's not much available to her here. Get down, land some of these bowls. She couldn't get the jack trailing, could she? You wouldn't believe it. Of course she can. Leisa Morgan, what a shot. The only question is, has she made anything, though? She may still be down, but doesn't deserve it. What a fantastic bowl. Hit the replay button there, Josh. Let's see that one again. Very little on, very little available to her. Ingrid said, go on, get it, why don't you? And she did. But has she done enough to make shot? Well, we'll see in a moment. The players are still measuring. And still down. Well, when you're on, you're on. And despite the very, very best efforts there of Leisa Morgan, it was one further shot to Jodie Fruend. 19 shots, Jodie Fruend, 2 shots, Leisa Morgan. We've completed 11 ends on this rink. And you feel as though East Maitland, well, they're a bit unlucky. Don't you be unlucky, though. Over 40 pairs qualifying. The entries close on the 11th of August. That is 7 days' time. So download the BowlsLink app. Log in and you can enter through there, or head onto the website and enter via the browser. It's a fantastic competition played across all 16 regions and through to what is always a very enjoyable state final in Yamba. So make sure you get your entries in for that. See it, the first bowl there, pulling up a little bit short. And I mean, we are halfway through the game, but you're 36 shots behind. That's not a winning position here for East Maitland. What they need to be conscious of is potentially just their margin. You know, they'll come out tomorrow against Cabramatta. It'll be 0-all when they get started. Consider your margin now and consider yourself still a chance of maybe getting through if you can get both rinks against Cabramatta tomorrow. You might need to win by a fair margin yourself, but at least give yourself that hope. So Kaye's just bumped up Her opponent, Julie. Well, the Griffins did have a little powwow next door. I'm pleased to see that. Just got to show some fight. Yeah, there's selectors here. Make sure that you give yourself every opportunity to be in their considerations, but give your club every opportunity. Well, the reason for the Griffins' enthusiasm next door is that they have won an end. So can't see what the scoreboard says just yet. The players are crowding around in front of it. Another reason for competitive low scoring. It was a 3. It was a 3 to Maitland. So Team Sharon Wells. Oh, they're not going to go down without a fight. And again, pleasingly, they had a little chat and they've gone for basically minimum length. Charlotte Heyman was standing at the 21 metre mark and said, "You just get to me, just please." So I'd like to see this change of tactics, and I'd love to see what happens here if Leisa Morgan can get an end up and get control of the mat, get control of the length. So the call is just a draw, please. And that's Zahra. On this backhand, it looks firm. Well, flick the jack across. Who's that catching over there? That is an East Maitland bowl. Remarkable. They've found some fortune at last. You can see the late cut there. And East Maitland fielding at point have taken the chance. And Ingrid Griffiths looking to be cautious. Draw another one. Well, it's a nice effort. It's a good sighter out there. Better hear from Lynette Zahra. She got the jack moving the last time. She's got it moving again. This time, Maitland have stayed with it enough. And yeah, Leisa Morgan saying, "You're just beating those two at the back." Ingrid Griffiths had a really good track on this one the last time. Doesn't have to change too much. Let's just see if this can go the trip. It'll be handy. Just going to run out of puff. A handy enough line. Jodie now. Feels like been put under pressure for the first time in this game. She played two absolute screamers on the last end. On this one she's pushed. It's on the high side there. So it's a fair sighter, and then the ball has been retrieved from further up the rink. Misfire from the neighbouring crew. There we go, Leisa Morgan. She's played this pretty well. Just has to get past that front bowl. She's got it. She's in. That'll be 2. There might be some suggestion that Jodie wants to play the other hand here. It does look much more open. Have a look at that last bowl as it just finished. Yeah, it did really well. 2 super shots. And now Jodie Fruend. When the pressure's on, can she respond here? Well, around it was the call from Lynette Zahra. And now squeak on up. That's going to go very close. I did a backflip. Oh, he's close. Allegedly, Ingrid Griffiths is having a look here. Said, we're holding. And for Leisa Morgan, I like stay on that forehand. You played it brilliantly last time. Go get it again. She's on a fine track. Oh, a little split. It's fantastic here. That might, well, it can definitely confirms the shot. Split would have been better. But it is going to be 1 to the Griffins. So they've won. Ends on back-to-back. Well, the neighbouring rinks, they're both winning at the same time. That's important to give the whole club some confidence. Give the whole squad a little bit of life, a little bit of pep. As I say, 17 shots behind going into this end, and it is 2 to the Griffins. So Leisa Morgan picks up a 2, and that's the bowl that did it. So just turned it up, confirmed the shot. That was a better constructed head there from East Maitland now. Interestingly, I was calling for a significant change of tactic here. I just don't know why you wouldn't play something really, really short at this point. We haven't seen much of it. We've seen lots of this length. And well, we're not going to see any of East Maitland's favourite length because that jack's gone in the ditch and the hand went on the head there. Kaye Arnott, she said, oh, you know what, I feel like a goose. But this speaks to the tactics being played in this game. Port City, it was about the length that they've been playing anyway. You know, Julie's moved that mat 3 mat lengths, and I expect she's going to roll basically somewhere down near the tee. I just think that's a missed opportunity for East Maitland to really change it up. Well, it is a little bit shorter here from Port City. I might be feeling confident on any length, and why wouldn't you be with the scoreline the way that it is currently? Okay, a poor jack roll though can always be improved upon by doing something like this. Go and park your first one on it. Neatly done. Julie. Just going to Slip on past. Okay, time to repeat. Do it again, mate. Now she played good speed but twice there, and that's why I was a bit surprised that there wasn't a change of length. Okay, Arnott can put some pressure on up front. Let's find a length that she can do that. This sort of length seems to be a better go for Kaye Arnott, and looks to be a better chance of setting East Maitland up to reduce this massive deficit. Only just gone past halfway, and the deficit is 31 shots. Now, I know these are all good sides, but recovering from that sort of margin is nigh impossible in this sort of competition. So it's going to take a real effort of will from East Maitland to just box on, make sure that they continue their campaign. The top two in each section do go through, so they've got to keep that in consideration. Well, it's hard to hang on to, isn't it, if you're East Maitland? Jodie Brady just comes down there and says, "Thank you very much, I'll have that." These are the sort of misses that have been too common for the Griffins. You know, just ineffective bowls, not really ineffective areas. I've no doubt that all the players will learn plenty this week and learn. Yeah, I like that call. Let's change hands here. You get down. Flop off the inside of the green. You'll be shot. You get to the shot bowl, you can make two. Better call there from Leisa. Better point here as well. All going to be on speed. Just going to knock up there. Metre and a half. That's the opportunity playing the hand we've got a couple to run into, is that you can afford to be missing slightly on the quick side. That was good speed there. That's the sort of speed we're talking about. You know, you can be 2 or 3 bowls past Jack High as your baseline. Looks to be more purpose this time from Ingrid Griffiths. Well, the outside of the green bowl's okay too. Can tip that in. Well, that's a better effort. I think Lee Greening, he's going to come join us in commentary very shortly, the Figtree coordinator. He's also brought me some around the grounds updates. So in the other matches, Maryland, who we saw this morning, 32 lead South Tamworth 13. Ningen 19 trail Merimbula 35. Warilla 15 trail Tarrant Point 40. Harbord 13 trail Windsor 24. This game, of course, 42 shots Port City, 11 shots East Maitland. Ettalong 18, Foster 29, Curry 32. Lead Yamba 18, this is now in Division 2. Windang 30, lead West Dubbo 28. Glenbrook 16, Trail and Bucketheads 18, and Pittwater 30. Lead Munmora 15. So that's all the matches being played at this venue. Not a lot of thrilling contests, it have to be said. The Windang West Dubbo game looks to be perhaps the closest contest we've got going on at the moment, but there's still a ways to go. We're just through halfway, and it's just creeping up to 3:30 here local time at Figtree Sports. Nick Hind is my name. It's fantastic to have your company wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world here. This is the Bowls New South Wales at BCiB Women's Pennant Finals for 2025-26. It's Women's Division 1, and it is East Maitland who are body language there from Leisa Morgan. She was disappointed with that. Probably played it with reasonable speed. It's East Maitland who are, well, they're getting a bit of a tune-up, to be honest. Kylie Hardy and Jodie Fruend, both these skips are in ominous sort of form. We heard about Jodie's success this morning. Doesn't want the outside of that bowl. She's tipped the green bowling, and that's Kaye Arnott. And didn't do any damage. So one shot it is to Port City. So Jodie Fruend gets 20. And through 13 completed ends here in this afternoon streaming game, we have a score of 20 shots to 4. Jodie Fruend over Leisa Morgan. The masterboard 44-11, would you believe? It's not a scoreline that I had on my bingo card before we got this match underway. So we've just gone through halfway. Tomorrow, I'll let you know about tomorrow morning's game in just a moment. But before I do that, that's the way. We're going to welcome in for the first time on this broadcast, Figtree Sports Bowls Coordinator Lee Greening. Lee, good afternoon to you.
Thanks, Nick. Great to be here, mate.
Get that microphone right in front of your mouth, mate. That's the way to do it. Yeah, then we can all hear you. That's the way.
No worries.
So, Lee, I suppose it's great to have your company and your insight as the coordinator at this great club. Everything that goes on behind the scenes to make this event run, and to see everybody out there enjoying the beautiful club, the beautiful greens, the beautiful facilities. It must be a credit to you and the team.
No, we're wrapped to have these top events, and it's run pretty seamlessly. From our point of view, we just like to sort of present the venue and the service the best we can. We think we've got a pretty world-class facility here, so if we get our greens running well and all the background stuff done, it looks after itself, the rest of it, mate.
Well, it's been good to see. There's going to be some hot shots for Kira O'Shea to trickle through there. I was just reading through some of your scores going around the grounds there, and unfortunately this afternoon, though, there isn't too many games that look like they'll be going right down to the wire.
No, I've been wandering around having a bit of a look, and I think a couple of the teams definitely that played this morning, which most often did, a couple have really adjusted really well to the pace of the green, the conditions. A little bit of breeze out there. It's died down a little bit now, but I think the teams that have sort of picked up the green pace have found this afternoon's game a lot easier.
Well, certainly we have seen the pace of the green has changed. We're seeing touches galore here. It's been a good start from both leads. Jack's out in the open and just searching for a little bit. Kaye Arnott out there on the high line. Tell us about the volunteers that come and support you though here, mate. They're obviously a tremendous crew. All the warriors here in the Figtree shirts uniform. They were out serving lunches, tidying up, making sure everyone was serviced with cold water, fresh drinks, everything.
Yeah, they sure were, and I think I'm no different at every other club throughout the state of the country. Without them, you really struggle. But I put the call out a while ago for a bit of help for the next few days, and the response was overwhelming. We probably had too many, which is a nice way to be.
Well, too many is sometimes never enough, though, isn't it, at these events, and for the players to feel as though they're getting as well supported as I know they are. It was fantastic this morning to see all the volunteers. Your little shop was doing a decent trade as well. So stubby holders and bowls cloths and a few other things, hats and caps and pens. And
ticked over nicely. I think anyone that comes to an event like this, especially people that travel a fair way, like to take some kind of souvenir memento home with them from where they've been. So it was, good to see.
So what... So what we can do here, it's been, as I say, somewhat one-way traffic, Lee, but as a bowler of your vast experience, these can be some really challenging times to just show you, a little bit of character, a little bit of ticker, but we know that it's top two go through to the quarterfinals, and I've been saying for East Maitland, just got to think about your margin here. If we can get that deficit down, give yourself a chance tomorrow against Cabramatta and just see what happens.
100%. You just want to keep yourself in the hunt. A new day of bowls tomorrow. A bit of dew overnight on the greens. You get out here at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a different game of bowls, and you can get some bowls in the head. It can change really quickly for you. So if they can just, battle away here, just try and win some ends. Just win some ends. Doesn't matter about the shot count too much. If you win the ends, that'll look after itself, and give yourself an opportunity in the morning.
Yeah, well, sadly, it's gone past. I've said for a lot of years, if you get one shot every end, you're a big chance of winning the game, but not if you give yourself this much deficit.
No, it's a long way back.
So,
and I will say, I play a lot on this ground here. We play our top grade Pennant on this 22, 23 rinks. It's one of those greens where if you haven't got bowls in the head, you're in some trouble.
And I think that's been expressed pretty well from what we've seen from these players, that East Maitland keep having to find bowls just like that, something a little bit out of the ordinary to get in and get the shot. They're just not being favoured by getting the more fortunate results. They have to play almost perfect shots to be getting number one.
Yeah, you get great reward for consistency on this green. If you can get a lot of numbers in the head and around the head, you will get results more times than not, which is, I suppose, well, I say that for any other bowls, but on this green it's critical.
Well, there you go. Lynne Zahra, she's done just that. Landed that wing bowl, fell back in for shot. That's a super bowl. And that's what I keep saying for East Maitland. For Ingrid Griffiths, I'm not saying that she's played poorly by any means, but they just can't find a way to win. And so many of these heads, they haven't really shaped up favourably. We're going to see a little push run on. Well, 2 seconds now for East Maitland. Ingrid's playing a lot more consistent this second half. But still, it's a hard head to get at for Leisa Morgan. You can see this is the outcome there. A little bit less of that bowl. She might have run onto the jack.
And sort of, you look at this game in particular at the moment with the score count, and Port City second shot's not a bad result at times, and take your chances. You're going to be hard to beat, but usually finding these games that a team will get a run for 2 or 3 ends somewhere. That hasn't happened in this game yet.
No, and that's exactly right. There's been very little opportunity for back-to-back ends, back-to-back results, and I think it's a credit to Port City the way they've been building their heads and making sure that everything seems largely under control.
Yeah, they're probably forced East Maitland to sort of chase instead of playing that positive shot that gets you a result. They've had to actually make the running, which has been really tough.
Well, another good effort there from Leisa, but it goes unrewarded. Still, that red bowl there of Lynette Zahra is holding sway. Oh, now I wondered, is there a way that, I think there is, there's probably a way that Leisa Morgan can get down and squeeze that red bowl out, but it's going to be Jodie Fruend first. She's going to look to add another one here. even a little trail would be good at this stage. Just take it away, take that opportunity away from Port City. Well, you can see that was the intent.
Very good spot to finish though. Even if the jack does move a couple of feet back, it's only a 1. And when the score line like this, you can afford 1s.
So, some discussion here about whether or not to take a bit more of a risk at this. I thought there's a chance potentially to play a little bit more positive, look to sit that red bowl through the head. I think that's what she's going for here. Wants the red bowl clean, and now wants to just go with that jack. And there's a couple to Maitland at the back of the rink there. And some excitement. I didn't see the number though. Did you see a number there, Lee?
I did not.
So we'll see what the scoreboard flicks over to be in just a moment. But here's the replay. Gets the jack moving, and 2, I believe, was the call.
Yeah, really good positive shot. And sometimes those ones can get you going, get you back in the game. Play a nice positive ball, pick up the shots up and get yourself going.
So, yes, 2 more to Leisa Morgan. So, 6 shots now, Leisa Morgan. 20 shots, Jodie Fruend. And that's exactly right, Lee. Just, give yourself something that is motivating and motivates your players. You can inspire just that big shot that might turn things around. Just inspire, your teammates to lift and, really come home for you in the last few ends.
That's right. We probably saw it at that end where they actually played 2 or 3 nearly perfect bowls and were still 1 shot down. They're only 4 or 5 inches off the jack, and then you play a positive bowl, pick a 2 up, and a bit of confidence in the way you go.
It's something that it often comes down to players when they're in the head and reading the head, and I speak about it all the time. And the best example to me was Cody Packer. He speaks about it regularly when he's coaching, and then of course he's gone back to Western Australia now. It's a great start from Kaye. What can go right? What can go right when you're playing this shot? If you talk all the time about, this hand's doing that, and that might happen, or that might happen, what can go right? And calling the head really positively. And, I had the fortune to play inter-region this year, and, you can see that in practice often at that top level. What happens when you're calling positive shots, positive heads, positive things happen.
Yep. I actually bumped into Cody in the 4s of the Oz Open last year or the year before, and he was exactly the same mindset in that game, just all positive all the time.
Yeah. So it's easy to see what can go wrong, but to play for what can go right, and I think that was a good example there. That last end, Leisa Morgan kept that positive attitude, positive intent, positive weight, and got the positive result. So well done to East Maitland. They're probably haven't played as creditably as they would have wished, but as we say, top 2 go through. Tomorrow's a new day. It's 0-0 against Cabramatta tomorrow morning. There's no risk that they can't come out and turn it around. Fire a few more shots.
No, that's right.
We're seeing here, Jodie was very interested in that early. It's just going to slide past. Positive intent once again.
Yeah, first ball past the jacks, never a wasted ball.
It's the breeze you might hear in our effects microphones. Getting up once again. We've said all day it's been gusting up and down, and just that late afternoon.
Just a little challenge. We can't make it too easy for them all.
Well, if you'd given us clear skies and no wind, it would have been genius. But I think the improvement from last year's event, now that I know that was before your time, Lou, but
I heard the stories. There was plenty of rain jackets sold and umbrellas going up. So
it was miserable. There's the nice way of saying it. But no, it's been a superb day here today, and we look forward to your company tomorrow. We'll be back from 9 a.m. here, the commencement of the matches tomorrow morning. We're going to be bringing you the third round match from Section 4, and that's going to be between... it'll be in Division 1 though, and not Division 4. And that's going to be between Ettalong and Kurri. I'm just going to find exactly who the players are, so you can get on and cheer along your favourites. So for Ettalong,
Great bowl.
oh wow,
Nice little touch there to add to the count for East Maitland.
well, that's timely, isn't it? Just go and get a little bit going right for you, as you say, that positive change. So we're going to see tomorrow Murray Woodbine, Sheena Black, Tamara Jackson and Patricia Eckford for Ettalong up against Adele Johns, Anne Wilkins, Sharon Sumner and Carolyn Glenn is the listed program at the moment. We see a very kind straightener there, but it's not going to do enough. 2 shots, that breeze is getting up there. We can see on our picture. Still largely out of the south. A little bit of west in it as well still, but that was a cool breeze this morning, Lee.
Yeah, it was. I got around the greens this morning. I was talking to a couple of the spectators. They all had the jackets on this morning, but they got peeled off pretty quickly when the sun dawned on us, which was nice. But I think for late July, August, early August,
this is good, isn't it? Yeah,
we'll take it
this time of year. So you see the good positive call once again. Just be up, be amongst it. Give yourself a chance to sit the shot bowl, trail that jack. Nothing for shorty, but also really nothing for high. Speed was excellent for what was called.
I imagine that would look pretty juicy from the mat.
Well, I expect there's a few blokes that play the game of bowls that might be approaching that a little bit differently, but the players here, they're playing to their strengths.
And that's the only way you can go about it, I believe. Play to your strengths and back yourself.
It's funny when a lot of new bowlers come into the game, isn't it, Lee? They think they want to drive like Ryan Bester or some of the Matt Flapper, those sort of things. Yeah, it's remarkable once you dial the pace back a little bit how much more successful your drives can be.
Yeah, well, I go about half the pace of those blokes, so if that.
Well, it's a much better effort there. Just unlucky that time. As you said, missing tight was the way to play that. Did miss tight, but just managed to bounce through that hole. You at half pace would be you going flat out though against Flapper and Bester, and then wouldn't it?
Yeah, mine still turn.
Well, we've had plenty of jacks go flying. I actually saw Jacob Martin. He's got one of the bigger drives. I don't know if you know much about young Jacob yet. He's one of the junior stars. We'll see him in action across the weekend at Cabramatta at the Tri-Series. He put one nearly through the sponsorship hoardings at West Dubbo the other day. He's only 14.
Wow. Well, when I was younger bowling, you weren't allowed to drive as a kid. You were told not to.
Yes,
and,
yes.
Times have changed.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's a very effective shot if you can play it well. But we've seen plenty look silly by firing them at the rink peg and still missing that by metres. So, good draw there, good speed.
Great speed, and there's a bit of danger there. The jack moves, I think, could be down a few. So
yeah, well, we come back to the other shot. The red bowls on the centre line, they both belong to Port City. So, as you say, you need to be a little bit cautious if you're East Maitland at the moment. But if you're Port City, you can just get down, grab the shot bowl, flick that out, and stop around maybe.
Sure, East Maitland would love to put some back-to-back ends on the board here and just get rolling a little bit towards the back end of this game.
It does a lot for your own confidence, right? Just to have the knowledge that you are up to this. You're not being outplayed.
Played it well.
Made two. Really maybe, probably not a third. get an assessment here.
That's a good
3, it is.
It's a great positive weighted bowl. Like, it wasn't crazy weight, but you had to be there to get a result and make a difference to the head, and she landed that ball really well.
Well, as you say, we've seen Leisa Morgan. She's featured in some age representative teams in recent years, and that's why she can play. Just hasn't had too many chances to play bowls like that. And now it's back to basically a perfect draw here.
Needs another couple of rolls. Not quite.
Yeah, I'm okay with that as an effort, but it is going to be 3 shots, I believe. It was certainly the indication from Lynette Zahra, the 3rd for Port City. So while they're measuring that, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the great clubs and the great region that we're at. Of course, here in Wollongong, the Women's Pennant Finals are proudly supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong isn't on your getaway list yet, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay just a little bit longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. How many shots was that, Lee, did you see?
3, I think.
3 shots it was. So, as you said, a great confidence booster there. Chance to just get a few more on the board. Keep chipping away. They'll update that presently. It was 3. The master board's been updated. So
you just pull it back to like sort of single figures, and then work your way from there.
Well, yeah, and then you never know, right? Give yourself a chance, because you never know when you might find a 6 or a 7.
And it always puts a little bit of pressure back on the other team, and the whole game can change really
Make
quickly.
them start to think about where the finish line is.
100%.
Yeah, no, it's a good call. So great to have your knowledge and experience. So Lee, probably not as many players in New South Wales know you. You've been a Victorian for most of your bowling career.
I have, yes. Just the last 12 months up here, so just work my way into things up here and getting the lay of the land, which has been great so far. Really enjoyed it.
So it's great to have you come up here, and it's a big role here at this club. I know you've got a big program of championships, events, social bowls, barefoot. The lights here are fantastic for night events. You've got opportunities to do so much.
It is great to be at a club this well set up. Like, you don't want for anything, got every facility in the world, and got the backing of all the board and staff, and all the bowlers here. The members are great, so can't complain about too much in this part of the world. It all goes really well.
I don't know if anyone's picking that up in the background. I'm hearing the hooter going off, and that's might be giving a few flashbacks to some of our timed events, the mixed pairs at the state championships, as well as the para-state championships. The Phantom Siren, maybe. Have you heard about that? The myths of the Phantom Siren?
Yes.
St George Illawarra Dragons territory, of course.
We have a few sporting grounds pretty close to us here, in surrounding areas, and you can hear the crowd and the sirens when they're up and running. So.
Well, yes, Tuesday afternoon. What's that? Probably kids touch football or something like that. Soccer.
Yeah, we've got football across the road, soccer ground just the other side of the shopping centre, and a footy ground just behind us. So there's plenty going on.
And then state championships being played for here. This is the BCiB Women's State Pennant Finals. You're watching Division 1 action, and it's East Maitland. Well, starting to show a little bit more, but as we say, those margins just looking to be insurmountable against what has been a rampant Port City so far. Nick Hind is my name. Lee Greening, the bowls coordinator here at Figtree Sports, is alongside me. So we trust you're enjoying these great pictures wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. Make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, have your notifications turned on. We're back with more tomorrow morning. It'll be women's third round action, Ettalong versus Curry before our first quarter final tomorrow afternoon, which will feature the winner of Section 2. And Section 2, Lee Greeny, can I put you on the spot? Do you know who's in that one?
No, I can pull it up for you.
But you could find it. So that'll be Warilla or Tarrant Point.
There you go.
In that one. So looking forward to bringing you as many of the teams as we can And then a big day coming up on Thursday for you, Lee. We see all the competitors arrive from Division 2, 3, 4 as well to play their semi-final and final here at this great club.
They do. We get all 4 divisions here on Thursday for the finals, which is great. It's been so good seeing so many different clubs here for these today and, of course, tomorrow. And then to add the rest in on Thursday just sort of tops the week off for the whole event, which would be great.
Well, I did threaten. I was keen to see them here. The great Jindabyne Adaminaby Composite Women's Team in Division 4. I'm, of course, a Jindabyne member. And they did have a win this morning, so we might see the Jindabyne girls here in Division 4.
We knew you'd be keeping an eye on that one, mate.
Oh, mate, they're changing the streaming schedule if they make the final. But, no, congratulations to the girls. It was the Adaminaby rink, though, who did the heavy lifting this morning. They had a big win in Division 4. But you can catch all those results on the BowlsLink app. So head on to your app store, download the BowlsLink app, or in your browser, results.bowlslink.com.au, and you can find all the results of the games very shortly after they're completed. And we have been using competitor live scoring for a lot of our events, but this one, given our staff are spread far and wide, our committees across 10 or 11 different venues, I think it is. It's very hard to make sure that that's going to work effectively. So it's great to have it at the state championships, the live scoring.
No, it's something that's going to creep into bowls more and more, and the more people that get to play in these state championships and you add into more and more events, it'll become second nature, and to be a technology that'll be very handy for everyone.
Well, exactly right. You know, people love to see how their friends are going, how their club mates are going, and they want to follow that along live. So we look forward to bringing you more of that as we get on. I said after the state championships, Lee, that we'll be at the state championships in 2028 or 2029, and we'll say, do you remember when we used to use cards? Wasn't that silly?
Probably spot on.
But the scorecard here reading still very favourably for Port City. It is 28 shots to 9 now next door on the Kylie Hardy rink. So Sharon Wells 9, Kylie Hardy 28. And I think selfishly here, if you're Leisa Morgan, see if you can find a 2 or a 3, this end in the next, if you can get a 2 or a 3 in the next end or a couple of ends, you put yourself within striking distance and you maybe claim a rink. You've got to give yourself that hope and potentially, you say the master board's gone, well, let's just say maybe we can pinch our rink. One rink point might come in very, very handy before you know it.
Definitely could. And it's probably now the time to go, because they probably have stopped the bleeding a little bit in the last
absolutely
15, 20 minutes after.
Since you've joined the call, I'd reckon.
Yeah, because Port City definitely early in the game were just all over it. So at least they've sort of levelled up a little bit. So if they can find a few shots here, it'll be a bit of confidence builder.
Well, just trying to catch who that was going up. I think that was Judith Brady. And once again, just the virtue of having bowls in the area. Yeah, that's a Port City bowl. So once again, as we know, on these quick surfaces, poor bowls get punished, and you're playing some good bowls here, you'll be rewarded. So it's a big opportunity now for Leisa Morgan. She's going quick at this. Going to get down to the shot bowl, can maybe get a kill here too if she gets it the right way. Well,
wasn't a long way away.
How did that compare to the league greening drive speed? Is about comparable?
Yeah, about the same. Probably a bit quicker than mine. Not as much wobble either.
So I'm okay with that. What it's done is it's really opened that head up and confirmed to me that it is only one shot to Port City. The question is, will she go again?
It's always a bit easy once you've had a look at it. Once you've had a little niggle, the second one seems to come out a bit better.
Well, she's having a pretty good niggle at this one. Gets down, gets a piece of this jack, she'll kill.
Oh,
It will kill. I tell you, it will kill at the front of the rink. Yes, it will. There it goes. So, dead end. That will be replayed. And a good hit there from Leisa Morgan.
I do like the confidence to go twice. If it was the right shot the first time, it's usually the right shot the second time.
Yeah, and often that means that you've got some good trust from your third, from your front end players that say no, go get it.
100%. Yep.
You can have teammates who might be a bit reluctant to let you go twice. Well, as you say, if it's the right shot once, it's often the right shot again. Given nothing changed, the only thing that did change was if that jack didn't go out of bounds. The last bowl of Jodie Fruend was parking up, covering the front. I didn't know whether that was prescience or just a bit of fortune there, but that's kind of the way that things have been going for Port City.
Might have been one of those bowls that was, if it doesn't quite get there, it might be in the way sort of thing. So, and it was only probably a foot off Lynne in the eyesight there. So
full distance here from the Griffiths, East Maitland. We saw a very deliberate change of tactic on the other rink lead, and it's something that I do like to see. The game's not going your way. They got the map back, and Charlotte Heyman went and stood on the 21-metre mark and said, "Don't go much past this, please." Just got to do something different.
You do, and sometimes you're a bit reluctant to because you want to play to your own strengths. But if things aren't going your way, you've got to be adjustable, and especially at Div 1 bowls, you've got to be able to
absolutely
pull the trigger and try something new.
Yeah, you need to have, plan A, plan B, C, D, Z, potentially. And, well, they've been going through a few different plans here, East Maitland. As you say, this rink has stopped the bleeding. But there is still a way to go if they're going to get away and claim this contest. 2 and over is required from here to win. Now, it is doable, but over 6 ends, is it doable against this calibre of opponent? You probably need a big 5 in there somewhere.
When you've only scored 18 for the game, it's hard to see that kind of turnaround. I think you're probably going to need a number somewhere, or maybe a couple.
Well, Kaye Arnott, she's got some credits in the bank here. I think she's led up commendably for East Maitland.
Well, both the leaders have actually got the change of length pretty good there of their weight. They're not too far away.
Well, as we know, there's good sides and there's really good sides at these events. So the best players will adapt. That's not a bad effort here. Oh, it's better than that. It's a super effort.
It's a great ball.
So Julie McKay potentially holding 2 there for Port City. Just the way things have been going.
And that last ball's a really smart ball because the green ball would probably look in your way from the mat, but you don't have to get back to the jack. As long as you pass that ball, you're going to end up in a really handy spot. So.
One of the traps for new players, isn't it, that as soon as something might be in the eye, the desire is to change. Well, this is a good change here. Stayed with it. And Lynne Thompson, well, she's firing a few shots now. There's probably been a good market in toucher spray today too, I reckon. Lee Green, have you sold a few of those?
We have sold a few of those. Hopefully for all the girls' sakes, I sold plenty across the 3 days.
Well,
I don't think they'll mind buying if they're getting plenty.
No, exactly right. It's a good thing to run out of. Now, this is pretty close here. There might be another toucher. This might get run straight into the pit. What a shot!
Oh, wow.
Look at that! Bang, straight into the pit. That's going to sit almost right alongside. Well, the ditches here are good enough that you can draw that. So, we'll go back to the other angle here after we see the replay. Some beautiful steering of the cameras here from Josh. He's got that. We've sunk it to the number. What a shot.
We've got it going inside on the live stream there, and the camera work has been top-notch.
Well, we appreciate all that he's doing for us. So we're going to see an effort here to get the toucher up and into the ditch. Well, that was the toucher that went in and didn't quite go in close enough. So the jack slightly to the left of the number.
Won't get the ball square enough. Great effort.
I'm proud of East Maitland for calling that with the first effort. So go on, you do it. Run that toucher in.
Yeah, well, you could waste 4 or 5 balls trying to draw that within an inch, but the shot was on and they played it, so good on them.
Yeah, I think I'm a big advocate for play the shot while it's available to you, because you might not get another chance, right?
True, very true.
So, as we see here, now it is trying to just draw to the ditch, and that's basically, yep, once again, great camera work here from Josh. You've got maybe 4 inches in front of the number.
Yeah, tough bowl. I suppose the best part about it is they can draw right to the ditch, because they've probably got second shot covered with the other bowl in the ditch that went just to the left, so it's going to be hard to out draw that for second, so they can afford to get right at it.
Yeah, and this is one where, well, I can tell you what, a clear road. That was looking like very good speed. This is one where you can afford to lose your bowl. You know, if you finish 2 metres short, it does nothing, so you might as well give it every chance. We've seen some absolute screamers on the live stream over the years. Lee Schreiner at the state champs a couple of years ago in Ballina at night against Ben Twist. It's one of the best you'll ever see.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be pulling up short with this next bowl. Well, you don't give it a chance, plus you can get in the way. So,
well, for Port City, I think they'll be okay with that. You know, if you can get past the tee, that's just got to be plan A. Just get past the tee, see what happens. Well, let's see what happens here. That's just a little bit too firm. So, Ingrid Griffiths, I favour she had really good speed with the first. Just ran into the front. But what that's done is that there is a little bit of traffic in the road. She'll need to skirt around. Once again, I think the speed's pretty good, Lee, and once again, clattered into one of the short bowls.
Yeah, probably not going to make it any easier, I wouldn't think.
High draw line here. I'm going to draw right back down. Weight wasn't too foul, just dropped in. This is one of those good games at the end of a Pennant practice, or you got the juniors out for a session. We're going to play closest to the ditch and have like a little last man standing or something like that.
Yeah, it's always a bit of fun to finish off with something really positive like that. If either a training session or just a roll up between 20 years during the week before a Pennant game, to finish off with something really positive is good. So,
would you like to meet the current champion of the from the juniors, of course, from the junior state championships, the current champion of the closest to the ditch competition?
Is he?
How do you do?
Is he around here somewhere? Good on you, Nick. Well done, mate.
Michael Wilkes won't be happy with me about that, but Wilkes and I played in the closest to the ditch competition. It was me and him in the photo for winning it. The kids were too busy trying to break Michael Wilkes' jacks at Marimbula the other year until about 9 p.m.
Should I ask how close you were, or is that?
Yeah, that was millimetres.
Oh, okay.
I play a lot at Marimbula on their beautiful carpet. They're a home game for Jindabyne just about. They're just 2 hours down the road. So Leisa Morgan, that was sailing on through. I think you can see the positive intent there, potentially just go and rattle around in that pack and see if something can flop up.
A little sit and stay through the head or something like that, maybe. So
yeah, even if she opened up the road for herself with the second one to draw it, as I say, absolutely stone cold. But you probably need to be right in front of the number 22, and you probably need to be no more than a bowl short of the edge. So the question's being asked. They're all away, so there we are. So that was just the question being asked there. Which one's potentially just looking to rake through the head and see if you can get lucky, right? At this stage, there's not much else for it.
it's not the worst idea in the world.
But the option is that they're all away, so let's try. Let's try to draw it. Oh, she's going to draw to the tee beautifully. Yeah, really tricky shot. And Jodie Fruend, also a former Victorian. I was told today she played a lot of bowls in Victoria. I'll tell you what, she's going to go very close here.
Just give it a chance.
Well, not quite going to be good enough for second, I don't favour. No, one is all that's claimed. One shot conceded by East Maitland, and maybe that little fight back, just loses that momentum.
Yeah, especially like they actually played pretty well that end and had the shot taken away from them with a near perfect bowl. So.
Yeah, well, a couple of big moments in that end, and Jack's moving around, ended up in the ditch. I think seeing the true colours of East Maitland come out a little bit more here. Perhaps knowing that the game's gone, they're going to play with a little bit more freedom towards the end.
Yeah, but that nothing to lose attitude and play the shots, which they've done pretty well a couple of times, I must say.
So 21-9 on our streaming rink. Next door, it's 29 shots to 9. So Kylie Hardy is just putting an absolute gap in Sharon Wells there. 20-shot victory at this level. It's a fine effort. Well, once again, another good start from Julie. Kaye now. Just going to run out of puff. We're getting to the hour of the afternoon where the pace starts to back off a little bit, Lee.
You can set your watch to it. Yeah, that sort of 4 o'clock in the afternoon, regardless of weather, the pace does drop remarkably.
Well, we're just 8 minutes past 4 local time here at Figtree Sports, and
you'll find it's not even the pace there; it's more the finish of the bowl. They just wait for all that extra 2 rolls.
So we've got. So we've got a couple of events to go, and only a couple of days to go. Well, 1 week to be exact for over 40 pairs qualifying. Entries closed the 11th of August. Lee, have you got an entry in?
I definitely have, mate.
Good
Looking
man.
forward to it.
Good man. And looking forward to knocking off some of these blokes as well. Wollongong Woonona
boys. Johnny and the team, yes, they were done a great job last year. So
they were last year's champions. So Illawarra region, plenty of great sides, I'm sure, going to be competing in this in just a few weeks' time. So make sure you get your entry in. That does close next Wednesday, the 11th of August. Next Tuesday, the 11th of August at midnight. And then next Wednesday, Bowls New South Wales team will get in and divvy up the nominations. So there's at least 1 qualification spot for state finals per region. And then extra spots are allocated based upon entries. So if your region gets 1,000 entries, you might get a couple of spots. And if your region gets a smaller amount of entries, you might only get 1 spot or 2 spots. So it's a good way of divvying that up, but still gets us to a 32 team field, which means you get a really fair income competition and lots of people at the venue. And Yamba Bowling Club, I don't know if you've been there yet, Lee Greening. It is superb.
I've heard some stories. I've had plenty of our members have been there for championship games and things like that, and they've said they've loved every minute of it when they've been there. So
yeah, that was my first experience at Interregion there this year, and the hospitality was second to none. They've been the host of the over 40s finals for a few years now, and it's a great place to get to. But I mean, where wouldn't you want to go if there's a nice bowling club and sunshine and good hospitality?
Fair journey from here, isn't it? I think
it's a minute, yeah. Probably 8 hours of driving or 9 hours of driving from here.
Sometimes getting away like that's not a bad thing. So
well, the nice thing is you can fly to Ballina, and it's only an hour down the road.
That sounds like a plan.
I'm hoping to do that this time. Kia has threatened to take the van up to do the Grade 1 Pennant finals from Yamba at the end of the month, so I'll be with you for that. And we'll be with you here through the conclusion, probably about 40 minutes to go in this contest, as we'll see what East Maitland can do to try to just minimise this damage. As I say, Port City, they've set themselves up so well now. Despite the loss to Cabramatta this morning, you know, they only went down by 10, and now they've got the opportunity to pick up both rinks and pick up a good margin. You know, you never know your luck. They might find themselves in first overall, even despite the loss.
And you know, had a loss this morning, and they're going to turn it into a positive side of the ledger tonight when they head goes on the pillow. They're going to be a win and a positive shot count, and in not a bad little spot.
So it'll take something special from East Maitland tomorrow if they're going to progress to the quarterfinals. But
I will say one thing though, East Maitland will know pretty much what needs to be done in the morning.
Exactly
which
right.
Can be dangerous at times.
Yeah. Well, it could certainly be dangerous. I've got into a few tournaments saying, I've just got to win the last game plus 26, and then you get belted.
You're down 13 after 2.
Yeah. So, Ingrid, once again, the track was good. Just this direction seems to have been harder to pick for the players, particularly when the jack's down near the tee. And I wonder whether or not, and you know, Lee Greening, the breeze perhaps swirls a little bit over the club there when it's coming from the south, and that just find you find that it's hard to predict because you're in the wind at the northern end and the southern end is not being impacted as much.
Yeah, the wind definitely affects the bowls, each end going different. I wouldn't say it would be the difference in the game, but it definitely has an effect coming back this way. So
it's just something else for the players to think about as they're going through their delivery and their motion. And it was interesting, Jesse Cattell said earlier, because of how the wind, particularly today, has been in fits and starts, it'll be breezy for a while and then it'll get very calm again. She said you can't switch off and have a default bowl. You need to be switched on for every delivery, and I mean it's a Pennant finals. You should be, of course, but that real focus is required because your default might not be the right thing for what the wind's doing at that time.
Exactly right. Now, when you get the gusty breeze conditions, you concentrate really well, and if you let one go on the right line at the right pace and you do get a gust, you've still got a chance of being relevant in some area. You're not going to be too far off the mark. It might be the best ball in the world, but you give it a chance to get, in a good position.
Well, this is going to be in a pretty good position here. Jodie, she's just gone and trickled the jack back, and it's going to be at least one. Favourites only one. Pretty hard to get to, though.
She's going to look to play through the front bowls for a couple of rolls.
But here to do it on this backhand, it's going to be fiddly. It's going to take some precise weight. Punch through the front, find that port. Oh, she's turned her back on it.
Touch tight, yes.
And tape's going to come out for a second shot. While that's going on, I'll let you know what's happening in the other divisions. So in Division 2, Curry and Yamba were the two winners in Section 1. They're playing as we speak. It was 2 shots to Port City in the end. In Section 2, Glenbrook and Nambucca Heads were your Round 1 winners. In Section 3, Milton Ulladulla and Wenty got the wins there, and in Section 4, it was a Section 3. Clovelly were your winners over Harrington. Over East Maitland were your winners over Harrington this morning. Clovelly had the game off, so we'll have some more action from Division 2 coming to you tomorrow. Those games will be getting close to finish between here and Corrimal. It was 2 shots there to Jodie Friend, but our scoreboard attendants must have clocked off for a moment.
Gone for that evening.
But yes, 2 shots Jodie Fruend, so that's 23 shots to 9. And on the neighbouring rink it is 30 shots to 9, so a big effort. You can see the lovely afternoon sun, the pictures here, beautiful, coming to you from Figtree Sports. Nick Hind and Lee Greening with you here. And it's a little bit of an amphitheatre of an afternoon, isn't it? Everybody's sitting up on the balcony watching the bowls. I can't wait to see this on Thursday when we get down to the final.
Should be a great spectacle up here on Thursday. I think get here early and get your seats.
Yes, exactly right. With all 4 divisions being played at local clubs. Kaye, Arnott, beautiful bowl. Get here early. In Division 3, I'm just going to go through some of the results there. So Sutherland and Old Bar were the winners in Section 1, so they're playing off this afternoon. Scone and Parks have had wins this morning in Division 3. Mount Lewis and Wagga RSL were all winners in Section number 3, Division 3. And South Tamworth and Cossacks Woolgoolga all winners in Section 4. Do you know where Woolgoolga is yet, Lee Greening?
Doesn't even sound like a real place to me, but I'm sure it exists.
Beautiful spot on the north coast, mate. I recommend. Well, you'll just have to start winning some events, and then you can travel around to all of these things.
Suits me.
It's a hard thing to do, but as I said in the meeting this morning, the introduction, you know, every club, every individual can be proud of themselves to have made it this far. To win a region title is a huge achievement. Lots of players will go through their entire careers without ever going to a state pennant final. So to be here is a fantastic credit to themselves, their clubs, and everybody's here to play with distinction.
Yeah, absolutely no doubt about that. Winning a pennant flag is just a great achievement. And the fact that you can win all your tournaments and club championships game, but to get to do it as in a team environment with all your mates, it's a bond that you'll
It's huge, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
I was very fortunate. My very first year of bowls, we made the state pennant finals in grade 6. And young Nick Hind went off to Ballina for 4 days in sun, you know, shorts and T-shirt, got out of Jindabyne. It was about as big a trip as you can do in bowls, Jindabyne to Ballina, but we had a fantastic time. Semi-finalist too that year in grade 6, but haven't been able to go quite that good. We've made it back once since then, but looking forward to hopefully another crack at the title before too long. We've had a few good years at Jindabyne, but haven't quite been able to even claim that region title. You know, we've won the section a few times, but just to get that region title, it's a big thing, isn't it?
Yep.
So Judy Brady here, she's been very good to reach up and sit Kaye Arnott's shot bowl, just didn't quite go the trip.
Well, I might leave you to close this one out, Nick, if that's okay.
No, you're right, Lee. Thank you so much for joining us, mate. Look forward to continued hospitality. I'm sure we'll catch up with you tomorrow, mate.
No problems. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lee. All right, good man. So Lee Greening's just going to duck out as games are starting to come to their conclusion. He's got some little details to attend as the number 1 bowls coordinator here at Figtree Sports. He does a superb job. But it's been a superb job, and that has been shown here. Port City have just been rampant despite the very best efforts of the Maitland City, the East Maitland Griffins. Go the girls, and see how this girl goes here. To add on, this rink's probably out of range now. 14 shots, 4 ends. It is. We're in the mathematical zone, and when you've only scored 9 yourself, it's going to take a remarkable form reversal if East Maitland can claim this rink. Currently holding 2 though, and a chance to drop a third on here, Ingrid Griffiths. So as the players cross over, don't forget that the women's pennant finals are proudly supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong isn't on your getaway list yet, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. The beautiful Seacliff Bridge at the bottom of your picture there, that's something to behold. Go and have a lap over that. There's a lovely little town on the north side that a few mates of mine have found themselves. Stanwell Park. Some lovely pubs up along the headland that do beautiful meals. You can see attack there from Jodie Fruend. Yeah, lots of great spots. The beaches, the nightlife, the bars, the restaurants, the sporting facilities. They're second to none here in Wollongong, and it's fantastic to have their support to have this event here once again. So we're seeing positive weight once again here from Jodie. She's just overcorrected a little bit. Results starting to trickle in, so if you're looking for your favourite team and their results, make sure you download the BowlsLink app. Head to the BowlsLink results portal in your browser, results.bowlslink.com.au. All those results will be available very shortly following the conclusion of the matches. But it's Maryland's who have come off. They've had a dominant victory over South Tamworth, and it's going to be some number of shots here to East Maitland. The scoreboard's being flipped over. It's going to be Kaye Arnott to deliver the jack, and it is 2 shots to Leisa Morgan. So Leisa Morgan 11 leads. Trails Jodie Fruend 23. It's just been almost an impeccable performance here from Port City. I'm certainly not locking up and throwing away the key though for East Maitland. They've played some very creditable bowls, but the consistency has just been too much from Port City, and they look a well-drilled side. As I say, they nearly got the wood over the great Cabramatta team this morning. As the late afternoon sun shadows lengthen. Across the green we'll see the concluding 3 ends of this contest, which is, well, it's a foregone conclusion, but what is the margin going to be, and can East Maitland pull a rabbit out of the hat tomorrow? We don't know. It's Nick Hind here with you to entertain and fulfil my community service obligations. Great to have your company wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. We've got well, a full week of streaming here between BCiB Women's Pennant Finals. This is Division 1 action. We've got another 2 days of this before we head to Cabramatta for the Junior Tri-Series. We'll be streaming New South Wales in every session. We've got 6 sessions of play there across Friday afternoon, 4 sessions Saturday, and then a Sunday morning session. And lots to be excited about with the bright young talent that we're going to be seeing in action at Cabramatta this weekend. So we'll be showing you an even split of the boys and the girls. The girls side looking very, very strong this year. And expect they'll go well. We've seen a few of the juniors in action here this week, so they'll be well drilled, well prepared. And we see a well pointed bowl. That's a fabulous effort there. Once again, just she keeps finding ways to deliver. And Jodie Brady, when it's important. Lynne Thompson, she's played good speed there. Oh, Jodie Brady, she said, "Oh, I've dropped that one." You can see she was shaking her hand as she let it go. The Shadows just starting to push across. We won't be needing the lights turned on, but I expect we'll have the Shadow just about across this green by the time we are finished. This is Rink 22 here at Figtree Sports, and a more beautiful place to come and play bowls you could barely imagine. This is good here from Ingrid Griffiths. That's a super bowl, well done. Probably still hasn't got the shot though. It's just probably speaks to how the bowls have fallen so far today for East Maitland. Their very best. Still just not quite been good enough. So, clear call there from Leisa Morgan. Stay there. Only just out of it. Weight was perfect. So, Ingrid Griffiths being asked to try it again. Taking the weight off this time. Yeah, the back was turned very, very quickly. She'll be disappointed with that after playing the first one so well. And that last bowl, just stay sort of right out of it. So on the changeover, one still to Port City. And I think they'll be happy to just tick off these last 3 ends and get out of here with a record of 1 win, 1 loss today. For Maitland City, well, it might be time for them to regroup tonight. Leisa Morgan, she played probably the shot of the match so far. Well, there's a few in that argument. She's played another great one there. Still 1 shot to Port City. Jodie Friend saying, "I can't play the backhand now." Well, you don't have to, mate. You just play a nice draw. go to school on that last bowl, really, of Leisa Morgan. Probably a bit quick, bit high. Yeah, I can see the call here. Get the bowl. That's what's being asked for by Ingrid Griffiths. I think if she's playing that shot, it needs to come on the other hand. The shot that I like is on the backhand, and we're coming through that port down to land the shot bowl. We'll see whether that's what's opted for. I think just the forehand's hard to see it turning back with that sort of weight. And playing the backhand, you're a chance of turning your own bowl up onto the jack as well. So Leisa Morgan, well, she's having a look on this forehand still. There's a little trail if she plays it with perfect weight. That might just work. I tell you what, she's in a fair area here, folks. Well, once again, that's one. It's a shaky one. East Maitland played 3 of the 4 best bowls that end, and they have not been rewarded for it. So, yep. Jodie Fruend, she's happy to chicken out. You can see this last bowl, urging it. Can you? Well, not quite. And I think at this stage of the game, sensible for Jodie to chicken out. Now, this jack's being delivered from the wrong line. But that's okay. We can move the mat. And, yes, common sense has prevailed. Well done. See on this penultimate end. First bowl for Port City goes sailing into the pit. Kaye Arnott, well, it's driving lead show now. Not quite. She's just trucked up there, got a little piece. 24-11 here. 2 ends yet to play. Port City, well, this has been a fabulous performance. Game's being completed across the rinks, so as the scores come in, bowls link will be updated. That's a lovely bowl there. It's a fabulous correction after firing the first one into the beach. Come back and say, oh no, I know how to do this. And this has probably been the best battle of the game, the leads. So Kaye's played commendably. It's going to finish, it stays up in a decent home. It does. Now, chance here for Port City to just put a few more nails in the coffin of these Maitland Griffins. They'll need to rise like a phoenix tomorrow rather than a griffin if they're to progress. Leisa got interested for a moment and then picked up that ball was travelling a little bit, so as Lee Green suggested, the pace perhaps not coming off the green necessarily, just a little bit of finish. And these players potentially overcompensating for what they suspect might be happening as the shadows come across. There goes another one. That's 3 up, 4 behind. So some loose stuff here with the result not in doubt at the end of the game. I think important to ensure that you're giving yourself every opportunity. There goes another one. That's 5 now on the bank. So the girls are having a laugh, but there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up versus 3 on. So if you can keep the ball on the rink, you're a big chance of being the shot here. Lynette Zahra. She's kept it on. First and third now for Port City. There's another one. Goodness me. These ladies might have to come to Michael Wilkes drawing to the ditch competition. You've got to keep them up to win. Oh, that's a good one there. That's going to be a couple now to Port City. Now Ingrid Griffiths. Well, she got the speed just about bang on that time. It's a fine correction after losing the first. And still 2 shots to Port City. And it's going to be a rampant victory. East Maitland did pick one up next door. They're playing their last end. You can see the call was 0-0 from Jodie. I don't know that it's as bad as she gave that one credit for. And speed was excellent. Grass line only missing by a bowl or two high, really. There's a Morgan now. This looks pretty good. This looks better than that. This is going to be number 2 once again. Oh, Lisa Morgan, you can see your head to the sky. What have I got to do to get the shot? As I say, their very best efforts are not going rewarded here. East Maitland. And whew, skirting past is Jodie Fruend. Let's see if Leisa can add a quarter of a roll to get in for shot. Oh, she's added a little bit, all right. She can get down and grab this jack. That'll be okay too. Look at this. Away we go, back to the ditch. And we'll make 2. Your beauty. Well, There you go. That's a positive one. Here we go. We can see that on the action replay. Gets down. A lot of ways to win there. Could get through her own at the front. Get that through the shot bowl, as it turned out. Picked up the jack, ran it in, and made 2. So as we go into the final end here, it is going to be victory for Port City. And they're going to put the jack on the tee. And, well, if I was East Maitland, I might allow my lead to go. Try to run the jack in here. Peter Taylor style from state champs. But Kaye Arnott, she's probably not as flash as I am. And she'll just go and draw it. Drive for show, draw for dough. And she's done just that nicely. Now Julie. She'd like to finish brightly. She's shown a lot throughout this contest and has played commendably well. She might just have the edge on Kaye in the Leeds battle, but it's been a good tussle. Well, Kaye Arnott, she might have just squared the ledge there, though. That's a fantastic finish. Yes. You'd love to see it, but she'll have something to go home with. Gets a side touch there to finish it off. See here, it's improvement from Julie. Just wanted another metre on that. Give it a chance. Well, Lynne Thompson, she's played a couple of good bowls here, but weight control's been a little bit erratic. I can see she's got a wrist guard on Lynne Thompson, so I wonder whether that's been causing her some discomfort. And we see once again the players just parking up a little bit short. Lynne Thompson, she's added a little bit of weight. And that'll be enough. That'll be in for 3. So, East Maitland, they might be using the 10x power play here. It's all over next door. Shaking hands, and Port City victors. Kylie Hardy with a comfortable victory over Sharon Wells. The final score is to be advised, as we see this sliding past there. It's Jodie Brady. It was one shot in the end to Maitland. Next door, so 30 shots to 17. The final score next door, Kylie Hardy defeating Sharon Wells. So a comfortable win, and it's going to be a comfortable win as well for Jodie Fruend here over Leisa Morgan. And so all over bar the shouting, but the players will stay with the action here. You can still see a couple of games going on that middle green. but if you're after the results, they'll be in very, very shortly. This result that's going to be pretty close. That'll be second shot, I feel, maybe third. So, Maitland City still with some work to do here. East Maitland, sorry, still with some work to do. You can see why I'm getting confused. It's East Maitland and Port City, but I haven't said Port Maitland yet, so that's probably a good thing. We'll have more action tomorrow morning, of course, so 9 o'clock. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on YouTube. Like, follow, subscribe. We are chasing 1 billion subscribers, chipping away at that total. Currently several hundred million short. It's going to be Ettalong versus Curry for you tomorrow morning in round number 3 here at the BCiB Women's Pennant Finals. And then tomorrow afternoon, quarter-final action. So stay tuned. We'll have the schedule for you on our social media channels shortly after the conclusion of all the matches this evening. And we'll have more action to come across tomorrow, Thursday, and then off to Cabramatta Friday, Saturday and Sunday for the Junior Tri-Series. New South Wales, Queensland and Victoria all in action there. So the final bowl's coming down here. Jodie Fruend. Well, she's already played 2 of the best we might see this week within the same end too, if you don't mind. She'll be watching that one back tonight. Can she finish with something special here? Leisa Morgan, her last bowl of the contest. It's just going to drop short once again. So, East Maitland, they fought on bravely and probably matched Port City towards the back half of the game, but the 2 big starts that were given up, that was the difference, and it's going to be at least 1 shot to East Maitland. 2 shots conceded. And hands are being shook. 2 shots it is. So the final score is 32 shots East Maitland, 54 shots Port City. Port City claiming both rinks and the maximum points. We'll be back with you tomorrow from 9 a.m. Make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, have your notifications turned on as we look forward to bringing you the coverage from Figtree Sports here in Wollongong. Until then, on behalf of the entire Bowls New South Wales team, my name has been Nick Hind. We look forward to your company tomorrow morning.
Sorry to drag you to Wollongong.
I'm still stuck here. There's not that much to see here.
Cheers. Sorry, it's not exactly Bondi icebergs.
We're going to have to find something to do. And here's that bridge in every bloody car ad. I mean, like, you know, it's just a bridge. The beaches in Mykonos look amazing. I mean, this place has gone to the dogs.
Shouldn't have come in a tall glass. Why would you bother?